Out. Cool. Simultaneous streaming, folks.
So Facebook successful, YouTube successful.
Yeah. So anybody that
I apparently have a hard time saying successful.
Successful is a hard word. Every time I think of successful, I have to think about the way it's spelled. In order, like, to get the best purchase on the enunciation, I have to think about how to spell it. I have to be like, all right, to Baka and Ali Charizard, take Star or Angela with the best comments always. Getting turned to. What's everybody drinking tonight?
I gotta kind of put this like on a little stand here, you know, just so I don't have to.
Keep on looking down. Yeah, no, it is distracting. I feel bad looking down too, but I always try to.
I'm staring at you guys like.
I know.
In this little camera here.
I always try to tell the people. Yeah, I always try to tell the folks at home. I'm like, I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm trying to keep up with the messages, you know, which is funny. And you know what? That's actually why I asked Baka to be here today, because one of my microphone cables stopped working, and then I thought, you know what? I need a cameraman today. I need a camera guy, and I need somebody that can actually check out the chat, because normally, sparkling agua, Noel, good job. You know, I thought about it, and normally while I'm doing the show, I have to read the chat. I have to make sure the video looks good. I have to make sure the audio is good, and I have to be talking to the person also. It's a lot to juggle at one time. So, and I was watching the videos back, and it looks a little bit uneven. You know.
Right, so which way should we go? We should go actually right, just a bit. Right and up.
Go right.
Right and up.
Gomez said there is some lag on the stream. Is there lag? It looks a little bit. Oh well, at least the audio's good. If there's any lag, that's because I'm streaming to YouTube and Facebook right now at the same time. So
how's this, right?
Looks good to me. Anybody that's not for me. Oh, good. Okay, good.
So is that it?
Get your. Oh, good. Okay, good. Gomez, get your internet up, brother. Yes, there was. Okay, some of y'all need to get your internet up. I'm kidding. No. We are streaming on YouTube right now, also. So let me go ahead and open up the YouTube. Get your. Oh, good. Chat, if there's anybody in there. What's going on, folks? What's going on? We're waiting for Faden at the moment. He should be here in a few minutes. He's gonna get to my gate pretty soon, and then they're gonna start bugging him over there. So I might receive another call soon enough, but it's gonna be a good time, guys.
Take it on the line.
It's a live show. It's Wednesday, guys. Yeah, exactly. Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Yeah.
So you know,
It's live, 100%.
to quote a douchebag.
Like, well, I don't know.
No, we're good. We're good.
Kind of feel like now we're a little too much to the left, you know.
Guys, are you guys satisfied at home? Are you guys happy with the camera, with the way the camera and everything is sounding? I hope everybody's doing well. Hey, there you go. There's the phone call again. Let me, I'll just answer it live. What's going on, my brother?
Oh, I'm at the gate of Century Village. Is that right?
Yeah, you're at the gate already?
I am at the gate. Yeah, we're gonna tell this guy now that I'm gonna go to you. Hold on a second.
Awesome. I actually have you on camera right now. I have you on speakerphone.
We're taking a live call.
Cool.
So guys, say hi to the crowd, everybody, or say hi to the crowd, Faden.
What do I tell him?
Just say hello. Oh, at the gate, just tell him my name and New Hampton 212P. Yeah, New Hampton 212P. Everybody that is hearing that, New Hamptons 212P.
Don't come here. Like artillery set.
Yeah, nobody bring binoculars to my house, all right?
You're not gonna like what you see. He's gonna make sure it's.
What's that supposed to mean? That's offensive.
He's gonna make sure it's very bad.
They might like what they see.
You gotta make it nasty. You gotta make it nasty.
Okay. Give me 1 second, peeps.
Hampton. All right, so he's going outside to make sure he gets through the gate, and Hampton. I would say Hampton might not be the right rap name for Alizar. I think he has a lot more to offer than Hampton. Hampton is, it's more like what's this guy's name? Can't remember his name. So don't even worry about it. Just scratch that joke. That joke's gone. Doesn't even exist. I know where you live. You're such a stalker. Why do we have to be phone sex operators? This is very, very bad. Like, first I'm showing tits, and now I'm supposed to be a phone sex operator. This has me feeling really uncomfortable, guys. You know, I have to be honest. We gotta get out of this business already, man. This is the first time we do this now. We're phone sex operators. Oh, well, collect my call at 1-800. Like, fuck. Do a flip? Alright, bro. If I could have done a flip, I would have definitely done it now because I'm out of what to say as far as me speaking into a camera with not really having much to do. My mic is low or turned off. Alright, hold on one second. All right, so either the audio was low or I just mumbled, dude. I'm gonna go with the fact that I mumble and I don't really talk too loud, which is one of the problems that I know I have, but it's all good. You guys still understand me. Musica. Cue the Super Bowl ads. Way better now. Oh, it's better? Awesome. Cool. I also projected my voice and stopped being a little bitch. Alright, but let me see if I can get you a quick music clip. Mouse is right next to me. I'm here looking for it over there. So, let's do this real fast. I'm gonna try to give you guys the streaming now, maybe get a song. Hopefully I get this right. You know what? I'm gonna mess everything up, guys. I don't even want to try that. Come on now, Angela. Don't do this. I just drink beer, dude. I don't even talk much. I mumble. I kind of work in a cubicle, and that's about it. I eat. That's what this mouth does. It's nothing fancy. Tongue twister. What's a tongue twister? You know I pump out $1 million idea. Yoko Yokos. Wizzik. I'm being tried so hard right now. Come on now, Angela. I'm just filling in. I'm literally supposed to just be like on the background. If something goes wrong, just go and handle it. Nipples the size of Thanksgiving dinner plates. Yeah, right, dude. I have the smallest nipples, bro. The smallest, I swear. They don't even exist. If I put them on the camera again, you'd swear I was an alien because they're not even there, bro. Boy, I'm not that good at playing. I'm not gonna embarrass myself. I'm already doing a good enough like job at that as it is that I'm just gonna hold this one off. I'm not gonna pick up a guitar right now. No. Oh shush. Word. So, as Alizar would say, thank you so much for everybody who's joining in, who's watching me rant and not say much, just literally sit here and look like an idiot. But thank you guys so much for holding off and being patient and waiting for the show to start. I'm doing what I would say is the best I can with just no music, no noise, nothing to go off of. Except you guys like harassing me and I would love a sandwich myself. I'm here for the food too. I love me some food. You don't want to hear the songs that I'm capable of singing because they're very loud and punk. aside from that, I really can't sing. So nah, it's too loud. I gotta respect the house. I can't just be yelling all over the place, you know. Seriously, as I'm not embarrassed enough, you really want me to sing La Cucaracha? La cucaracha, la cucaracha, ya no puede caminar. That's all I know, honestly. That's really all I know. I would have kept going for you, but I really don't know much of the song. You can write me the lyrics and I got you, because I really don't know them. I know the flow of it, but I completely lost that song. It's gone. You see, I tried. I'm holding it down best I can. Yeah, but that one, you see, that one's more like a hip hop song. Sana, sana, culito de rana. Si no sana hoy, se sana mañana. Da, da, da. You know, like we need somebody. Oh, thank you, dude. Wrong question. I don't know much about Napoleon, and I'm gonna be very honest. I don't. Anything. Anything that's not history, you know, like. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's just one of those moments. He's trying to get him in. It is a little mission to get here. So for anyone who's trying to peep and know the address, good luck. It's not easy to get here, as you can see. Again, scratch history off of that. I'm not talking history. I don't know enough of that, so I'm gonna get into a blind argument. I'm literally gonna go in with my hands down and allowing you to like just punch me in the jaw, break my shit, you know, bleeding everywhere. So we're gonna have to come scoop it up. I don't know how it's on the floor, but they have to come scoop it up and take it away, and that's just how it has to go. I just no history for me, please. Por favor. Thank you. I tried to do a flip earlier and I failed so hard, and it was in my head, so I can't even imagine. Hey, what's up?
What up?
How you doing?
What's going on, man? Hey, look who showed up, everybody! Woo!
Dude, I flanked so hard, but
Hey, welcome everybody to Shut Up, Let's Talk, episode 17.
All right.
Here in the flesh, the sultry flesh, with Eric Faden himself. How do you say your Instagram name? What is the proper way to say that word?
KetonedVegan.
Ketoned, because I've been saying toned, but I'm like,
Yeah, KetonedVegan.
part of me was saying like Michael Keaton. I was like, is it like Michael? Is it like? And it's funny because when I was trying to explain it, I didn't know how to say it. I was like, are we gonna? Is it Keatonism? Is it Michael Keatonism? I'm like, because if it's dieting to be Batman, I'm in.
Well, essentially.
It is to be Batman. Guys, welcome everybody. Eric Faden. Who the hell are you, my friend? Who are you? How are you?
Good, man. Good.
How's life?
Man, I've known you for so long.
You have known me for a long time, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by today, man. It's such a good
here.
time to have you, bro. Angela's already asking, what the hell is ketoned vegan? What is ketoned vegan?
Who's that?
That is Star.
Who's in? Oh, Angela, Issa.
Yeah, there's some good people in here. We got 16 people in the chat, on the Facebook chat right now. We got Noel in here. We got
I'm gonna get into
a bunch of good faces. Yeah, Jess, go ahead and have it open on your thing. Noel, what's good, Faden? Michael Mendez, my boy, what up? What's going on? Everybody in the chat tonight. I hope everybody's having a good time. Sorry for the delay, but that was actually a lot of fun. Actually,
it was not actually.
I was trying to give him directions.
You're
Oh
the
my
worst
god!
person for directions ever.
And it's so funny because Faden basically taught me that I don't know where I live today.
Yeah.
He was like, "Is this the street?" I'm like, try going one up." He's like, "What direction?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just live on this street." I was like, "Make a left here and a right there."
There's 158 comments already.
I love it. That's a good thing right
Let
there.
me see the YouTube. How do we do the YouTube
my
thing?
tits twice.
Yeah, Baka was throwing down for you guys, showing all the good stuff, guys. Anyway, man. So for some reason, I don't know if if the podcasts are showing up good on both ends, Facebook, YouTube. Feel free to let us know.
YouTube is definitely on.
Cool. And the video looks good too.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. What's up, man? Anyway, so guys, the topic for today, guys, veganism, healthy. You've been on a health kick lately, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, you've always kind of been, but now more than ever, dude.
Yeah.
First of all, Keno, let's start from the beginning. What is veganism, dude? Like, what the hell is it? Specifically.
Well, so that is one thing I do want to go over. I don't think veganism and being healthy are synonymous, and I know like my vegan people will kill me for that, but it's just absolutely untrue. I mean, you could be vegan and be a total sick and dying person because you eat like Oreos or pasta all day.
Because it's technically vegan, right?
Exactly, yeah. So I do want to separate that up. But veganism I see more as like a political ideology. Like for me, it means like the idea that if you're in the position to do so, you shouldn't cause unnecessary harm to other creatures.
Nice.
And the whole thing with mixing that with ketogenic diet comes way later. But yeah, I've been a vegetarian now for Austin saying Oreos are fway.
They're pretty great.
That's true, but
that's like oral sex training 101. I am kidding. No, I'm not.
I became a vegetarian in 2009 after doing some reading in college nutrition class.
That's what made you want to go vegetarian?
Yeah, I was pretty much sold.
Thanks,
after
college.
These few paragraphs that talked about some of the health benefits of it. My friend had already been a vegetarian for a while, and I just used to kind of like rip him for it. And I grew up like loving meat my whole life.
Same.
So I just made fun of him, and I was like, yeah, I mean, you're a whatever.
Yeah, you're a weakling. Let's just say.
And then overnight, I just became a vegetarian, and then something like a year to a year and a half later, I cut out the dairy and the eggs and went on full vegan. And
Nice.
I've pretty much been like that since. I mean, I don't really cheat ever. It's really rare if something sneaks into my food like dairy or something.
It's super obvious, right? Is it obvious to you? Like, do you taste the difference in like something contaminated, basically?
Maybe like 6 years ago or something, I took a dipping sauce that I was like, whoa, that's a no-go. But usually I'm pretty good on it, and I don't cheat either by accident or on purpose ever.
So I gotta ask the fun questions first. If you did have to cheat,
away.
if you did have to cheat on a certain food, what would you cheat with?
Definitely like a big churrasco.
Oof.
Sure, like 1,000%.
Who couldn't though?
Yes.
You know. So
I was telling them that I like.
For the people out there that don't know what that is, it's a flank steak.
yeah, and it can either save your life or kill you because you'll choke on it because the meat can get stringy and chewy.
Yeah.
That I know so many people that have almost choked on.
You have to chew it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you do.
Like, rubbery and
and they give you like they give you the biggest cut that they can,
Yeah.
and they give you the really long plate that people
it's
put
like
fish on, right?
It's like a torn up baseball mitt just on a plate.
Oh god, it is like the most. It does look kind of intense when you see it. Oh man, you know what? Let's check the Facebook, the YouTube chat also. I don't know if anybody's been saying anything in there. I'll try to bring it up here.
Let's see.
Oh man, already off to a very fun start. Baka, what's the YouTube folks saying up there?
3 watching. It
Cool.
seems like maybe it does not refresh
I
though.
said A, and then it's Dr. Hampton.
Dr.
I
Hampton.
gave the thumbs up, and said, veganism can lower your carbon footprint too.
Veganism can lower your carbon footprint too. Cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Environmental veganism, right?
Again, I see it as a political ideology. It has a lot of other applications too, and I'm for most of them. But I don't use veganism and health as synonyms because they're not.
Yeah.
And that pisses people off because they,
Vegan means healthy.
The stereotypical like annoying vegan on the internet, they definitely exist. And
the cultist.
I try hard not to be one, but again, I'm the team.
But you got to push it though, yeah.
Yeah,
you
I'm still,
gotta
gotta
push
be
it.
a good, spokesman.
You got to be a role model for that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's kind of like the Jehovah's Witness of food, right? It's like spread the word, but don't.
There's worse people. And
There are.
I'm gonna rant about them later.
No, there are.
There are worse people when it comes to.
I think the junk food heads are the worst, really. You know why? Because they're the peer pressure druggy people of the food world,
Yeah.
right? They're like, just eat it, man. Life is short,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Just do it, dude. You might die tomorrow, man. Eat the burger. You know?
Yeah, I mean the equally as annoying as the vegans is definitely the bacon people, but
The bacon heads, the people that or the Baconator Juniors, those guys, those are the people that piss me off because they want the most out of a small package. Like,
yeah,
it's the Baconator Junior that it helps them feel better about themselves. What's going? Oh, whoa! We got text. Agriculture industry that grows cows by the millions, who in turn produce methane, is the reason for that comment. Eat less meat equals less need for that amount of cows equals less cows producing methane, less damage to the atmosphere. Michael Mendez says, just make sure you take minerals. Check out Dr. Wallach.
Yeah. Well, we have plenty of time to get into
check
all
out
that.
Dr. Wallach. Yeah, we do, man.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you one thing. So obviously you feel better because you're on the vegan diet, you know? What is the first thing that you noticed that, like, the biggest change? Is it a boost in energy? Is it like a flatter gut? You know? Is it?
Well, what's really been interesting to me lately is the ketogenic diet, which
Tell me about that.
doesn't
First of all, I don't know anything about that.
So the ketogenic diet is a diet that's high in fat and low in carbohydrates, and medium in protein, and if you eat that way for a certain amount of time, give or take 72 hours, your body switches from burning glucose for energy to burning fat for energy, and by producing ketones in the liver, which a ketone is like a molecule that is energy yielding.
Awesome.
It's sort of like the fourth macronutrient. We have fats, carbohydrates, proteins, and then a ketone body. I'm in a state of ketosis right now.
Can you turn up weight a little bit?
Which means that
Ketone diet.
yeah, a ketogenic diet, a ketone diet, or keto diet, whatever.
Yeah.
So this has really been exciting me because, yeah, I switched from being a meat eater to a vegetarian, switched from being a vegetarian to a vegan, and I've done different experiments on myself throughout the decade or so that's been the case. But the ketogenic diet is really like
that's the one that you want to stick to.
The revolutionary thing, yeah, because
you get the most gains out of that, or what?
not necessarily the most gains, but just it's so good for so many things. Like, right, you're so full of energy, and your body is just producing fat at all times. It's really nuts. Like,
That's awesome. And the thing about that, so repeat that formula though, because the formula. So high protein. What'd you say?
no, it's a high fat, low carbohydrate, moderate protein diet that, if you eat that way for about 72 hours, your body switches from using glucose for energy to using fat for energy.
So how did you get into that? What did you eat? Like what were, like, give us a rundown.
That's most people that are on the ketogenic diet eat lots of meats, cheese, full fat, full fat dairy, full fat, and so it was hard for me at first. At first, I was like, wow, how can I stay?
What a switch up.
I heard all my friends using the ketogenic diet, and I was like, I'm kind of envious. Like, I want to do that, but I'm a vegan, Like, I was like, what am I gonna do? Like,
but I'm
like take down a bottle of olives all day, like. So I thought about it, and then again, one of my friends was on it, and I used to rip him for it.
Yeah.
Because to stay in that state of ketosis, you have to like
ketosis.
Minimize your intake of carbohydrates to somewhere under 50 grams a day.
Whoa!
And for some people that are even more sensitive, more resistant to carbohydrates, they have to limit their intake to something like 20 grams a day.
Oh, that's crazy.
And to me, exactly, the first thing I said was, for breakfast I probably had like 150 grams of carbohydrates. So
dude, being Indian, Pakistani, like, if you're not having bread, like, the way we look at our food is like, your bread and your rice is like your canvas, and then the rest of the food you put on top of it is the colors that you paint with.
Yeah.
It's like you need one to have the other.
And that was me forever.
Yeah.
And I almost have like this guilty conscience because people would see me, being active and in shape, and eating this high carbohydrate vegan diet, and be like, oh, what do you do? And I'd be like, oh, I eat a bunch of carbs 6 times a day. And I feel bad that I told people that, right? Because my staples were like breads and cereals and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and rice and beans and all these things that it's just a no-go.
That's crazy, man. It's a different way to think, man. And, part of me, and that's the big thing about it, is like, I want to switch over, right? But I'm like, how do I take that first step? Like, how do I just, my mom cooks amazing food. How do I just tell her, like, no,
it smells really good in here when I walk in. I was like, man.
Well, we have stuff that you could probably have. So, there you can get into that. But yeah, that's the hard thing, man, because people grow up with a certain diet, So it's like when they're used to that, it's hard for them to break out. It's hard for people to think alternatively in general.
Yeah, just about a year ago, I was trying to gain weight for the rugby team that I played on, and I was like,
Nice.
downing bagels and Cliff Bars and pub subs all day, right?
Cliff Bars, dude. You might as well eat a fucking boulder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then I didn't realize that I was probably like, if I would have kept up that behavior for a long period of time, I'm probably making myself diabetic.
Yeah, right. Damn, that's crazy.
So vegans out there that worship like rice and wheat and quinoa and bananas and apples and things like that, they don't realize that the real treats, like the real food that they should be eating is the coconut and the avocado and the cacao or the macadamia, the fat.
Yes. Oh, and all those things are really good.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can still eat. So what the whole keto and vegan thing, to get back to that, like what I try to do with that is turn things on their head, because people on the ketogenic diet and there's people that are vegans, and both of them have like these sort of stereotypes, like, oh, keto people, all they do is eat bacon and eggs all day, and vegans are pussies or whatever.
That is what people say. Listen, if you've ever been on the internet, if you ever spent more than 20 minutes on any social media, you've seen that.
Yeah, so
all right.
I was like, man, and what I'm trying to do is not to say it's original, but there's not that many of us, right? So there's
It's
like
true.
a little community on Instagram that I find like, oh, there's keto people that are also vegans, but it's not that many. We're
No,
like
it's true.
Yeah.
A friend of mine that lives in Chicago, he saw that you were both, and he was like, damn, keto and vegan? Like, that's dedication right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't even know it was on that level.
It seems so far to be a really small community, and then I was like, well, who else out there is like this? And I bought the only book on Amazon that was about both, and it was garbage. I mean, it was that's what inspired me. I was like, oh, I need to write a book on it because this book sucks. So
Yeah. That's the best way to do something on your fucking own is seeing shit information given to people.
But yeah, I'm trying to show. So vegans have this stereotype that they only eat grass, or that they're skinny and things like that. So I want to be like, well, you can still be, a jock dude. You can still go to the gym, lift weights, and be like tough.
Yeah.
And
eat right.
And be ethically conscious and not want to harm animals. And you can also be ketogenic and get all that benefit while using plants, right?
Yeah.
Because coconuts and avocados and macadamia nuts and all those things that I just said are
Plants.
really good too. Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome, man. And I did a browsing through Wikipedia,
Yeah.
Looking through veganism just to have an idea.
Yeah.
I browsed through the first little section, yeah. And apparently there's 3 types. There's ethical vegans.
Okay.
There's environmental vegans, and then there's dietary vegans.
Right.
Which, and what if you had to fall yourself into a category, like, do you subscribe to that, or do you just live your own
I've
ideals?
my ideas on it have changed over time. Like originally,
You blend. You're blending.
Now I would strictly. What was the first one you said?
I don't
Ethical.
know. Ethical, yeah. So ethical is the ones that don't want to use animals for anything. It's not even just eating them, but like, don't no show dogs or any of that kind of stuff.
Okay, right. So originally I was 0% that, and I was like, oh, I'm just doing this. I'm just being a vegetarian for the benefits that being a vegetarian does have, which.
Which some keto vegan diet staples.
I'll get to that in a second.
Definitely. There's a lot to unpack today, people. It's going to be a good one today. I'm excited. Wanja Fu says Lyle.
It's a lot going on in the chat.
It's a good place to be, guys.
Is that YouTube over there?
Yeah, that is the YouTube over there.
I would 5 watching.
Okay,
Cool. Let me just zoom in on this important bit right here. Cool. Hey, we got the Facebook crowd up there too. Jose's out in there.
Jade.
What's happening? Jose's up in there. Got Diana. We got Jade. Yes. Good crowd, man.
Intermittent fasting. Yeah. Okay. We'll talk about that.
Awesome. Cool. Intermittent
Originally,
fasting.
so the main thing being that being on a vegetarian diet lowers your chances of catching foodborne illness. Which like salmonella specifically, because you're avoiding a lot of the chickens that get the bacteria.
They get it. Oh.
So
That's epic.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
Nobody likes getting sick, especially no one likes getting sick from their food. So
Don't go to Chinese buffets
I
ever.
still hold that high on the mantle. But as for health, again, like most vegans that I know or most vegans that I hear of, they're not really doing it right, and they don't want to hear that, but
yeah,
it's true. Like this high carbohydrate thing, they're giving themselves insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome and diabetes, and sometimes even obesity, and it's
damn,
it's a shame, yeah.
But that's the whole thing about it. And you know what? here's one thing: is like I know everybody's body's a little bit different, right?
Yeah,
you know, so
absolutely.
people burn things differently or whatever. But is there, if you could, so let's say if you can give somebody a rundown and give them like, okay, so you have 1 week to change your diet, right?
Yeah.
What's a good first step for somebody to go out there right now, and what are good places? What are good places to shop? You know, like what are good places to get like vegan things? Like I know everybody thinks about Whole Foods, you know, automatically when they want to think about like
whole paycheck.
Yeah, real talk. You know, like yeah, you know where.
I mean, I shop around a lot of places. I like Aldi because it's really cheap.
It is.
And close to my house. I get a lot of things on Amazon because they're less expensive.
So Amazon and Aldi, right? So far.
Yeah, I mean, I go to the normal places.
Everybody wants to save a buck.
Like where to go. I mean, I do go to Whole Foods sometimes just for convenience, but yeah, I mean, everything that they have is pretty much available on Amazon for cheaper. So
yeah.
And I have the Prime membership. I just get it to my house. I'll go there sometimes just for comfort. Like, oh, I know I can find the things I'm here for easier and faster. But I shop at Aldi. I shop at Walmart. I shop at Publix sometimes. I hate Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie's the worst place. Oh my God. Winn-Dixie is where dreams.
Man, I hate Winn-Dixie.
You were like, I hate Winn-Dixie.
They really are fault. It's like they're not trying anymore, man. Like they just don't try. Like you know, ever since like Publix started redoing their grocery stores and Winn-Dixie just stayed the same, I'm like the budget ain't here. They ain't got the budget.
Winn-Dixie, you can tell. I even go to Presidente sometimes, and that's even better than Winn-Dixie.
Yeah, it is.
Like you can gauge how good or bad a grocery store is by like how much it smells like fish when you walk in the store. And Winn-Dixie smells like fish at all times.
It is like the DC fish market, yeah. It's like, and I've been to that, and it's intense. Okay,
so,
get good crab there though.
Every time I go to Winn-Dixie, I regret it. But yeah, I frequent Aldi, Walmart, Amazon.com.
So
Publix, and Whole Foods.
so the point is, you don't have to go to Whole Foods to be able to get some food that you know that fits the diet.
No, absolutely.
You know, and and people get that impression because, and that's one thing I was talking to you about, is that a lot of people think that they have to spend a lot of money to eat healthy.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that true or not?
That's right. That a lot of people think that. I think it's false that
you have to spend the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right. So you don't have to spend a lot, and and I know this is kind of like a rough thing because everybody eats different amounts and everybody does different things, but like on average, what are you spending on groceries every time you hit the store? I know you're, like I said, it depends, but give people an idea.
Somewhere from $80 to $100.
It's reasonable.
But I'll only do that like once a month.
Then you're saving some money.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of money budgeted towards food because it's important to me. But someone asked me this before, and I told them honestly, I didn't want to give them a bullshit answer, so I looked back at my credit card statements for the entire past 3 months and averaged it out, and I spend maybe like $200, $300 on a really heavy month on food, and that includes eating out as well.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean that means that I don't eat out that much.
Exactly.
When I used to eat out more, the number might have gone up, but I was doing less groceries. But now that I'm cooking for myself all the time, and I don't really miss eating out that much because the food that I'm making to me is a lot more like tasty and
it looks it. We're gonna get into that in a second. Yeah. All right. So KetonedVegan, if you want to check out the page really quick.
KetonedVegan. It's a silly pun, but no, that's a bad excuse because another thing you're not thinking about when you say to eat right or to be fit is expensive is what about all the costs down the line that you're gonna have to take on because you're sick and hospitalized.
Yes.
Because you need to like go get dialysis or something like that. Right? These cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. So no, in the long run, it's not more expensive to be healthy. It's definitely cheaper. And
you'll feel better, which is the thing. You know, it's really like that's really the everybody thinks about the flat gut, but nobody thinks about how much energy you're gonna have and how you'll if you. And you also have to get a good amount of sleep too, like an average human being. You can't just like eat right and then your life is gonna get fixed, okay?
Yeah.
Like you have to live a healthy life.
Diet.
You have to exercise too. Let's not forget the exercise, right?
Right.
So so first let's cover the food and then we'll get into the exercise and all that cool stuff later. So food first. You made this Chicago deep dish style pizza recently.
I made the Chicago deep dish style pizza.
Chicago, and it looked amazing. And deep dish style is my favorite. Much more over. If I need to eat it with a fork and knife, I'll cry tears of joy.
They're out there, the people that prefer the New York style pizza, but
there's so many of them because it's all they've had.
They're just less of people.
Yeah, they're not necessarily. They're just because they're more doesn't mean they're smarter. No.
They're just less of a human.
Exactly. All right, you know what? Give me, let's take a quick 1 minute break because I do need to pull up the Facebook chat. My phone died a little while ago, that's why I laughed. So I'm gonna pull up the Facebook chat in front of us so we can check it out while we do everything. I'm gonna run a little 1 minute break, and then everybody hang out. Go grab yourself a drink. I'm gonna get Faden a glass of water also. BRB. I need to Yeah, we are. They can hear us, but it's okay. We're gonna be back right now. Alright, cool. Cheers, man. Alright, we are. Cheers, my friend. We are. This is a program I use, brother. Excellent. There you go. We are back. Alright, guys. Thank you so much. We are finally back. I said finally. It was literally like a minute. But, I went ahead and fueled up with my very non-vegan thing. Right. No. Is beer vegan? No.
Some are, yeah.
Some are, right?
I would say they are, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I forget what falls in the category.
A lot of them use like a fish product.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. You know what's funny? I was actually gonna bring you a non-alcoholic beer, but I was like, I don't know if that falls into his diet anyway.
Cool. We get into that later too.
Yeah, So that's why I was like, I can't offer him anything but water.
The whole Spanish thing. No, this is great.
Yeah.
The only thing you could have done better is if it was like sparkling. I feel real fancy. But
well, you know what? When people start paying for the show, sparkling water will come in. All right, yeah.
This shit's sponsored by Perrier or
LaCroix.
How do you pronounce it?
Le French. Anyway, all right. So, Baka, can you do me a favor right now? Yes. Can you grab that monitor and slap it on this chair in front of us, please? Just the one on the screen.
The computer screen.
Yeah, just pull it out. It's not too heavy. What's up, guys? We're finally back. Let me get the Facebook chat rolled up in front of y'all's, right in front of right on the chair. It'll reach. I put it on there all the time. Yeah, guys. I'm trying to. There you go. Awesome. Trying to pull up the Facebook chats. We got the YouTube chat going on over here. And yes, there you go.
Is it still lively?
Yeah, still good. Right. Let's see. Let me pull this up in front of us. There you go. Now we got all the chat right here. And fun. Yes, there you go.
Is it still lively?
Yeah, still. Gomez is good people. Everybody in the chat's a good crowd tonight. Pull this up in front of us. There you go. Now we got all just avoid Sedano's. Everything in there smells rotten. And fun. Yes, there you go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, still. People all Gomez is good people. Everybody in the chat very good Hispanic style. Good crowd tonight. Pull this up in front of us. There you go. Now we got all just avoid Sedano's. Everything in there smells rotten. And fun. Yes, there you go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, still. People all Gomez is good people. Everybody in the chat very good Hispanic style. Good crowd. I didn't know that until I went to Virginia. Just avoid Sedano's. Everything in there smells rotten. And fun. There you go. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Still. People all Gomez is good people. Everybody in the chat very good Hispanic style. Good crowd. I didn't know that until I went to Virginia. Just avoid Sedano's. Anyway, guys, so and fun. It's happening. There you go. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Still. People all Gomez is good people. Everybody in the chat very good Hispanic style. Good crowd. We did have some questions rolling in. Let's see.
Juan Marquez joined the group.
Down. Now we're the master volume down. Marquez. What Aldi rules? Michael says. Yeah, let's check out the chat right now. Let's see what everybody's saying in here, so that we can go ahead and respond to some of the cool stuff. We got Juan saying, "Yep." I keep imagining Faden fighting.
Flipping the table over, toys go over. Converge starts playing out of nowhere.
Converge, is that your band?
No.
Okay. Careful, man. Don't like this shit back. Bees, etc. Oh, for example, ethical weapons. Oh, ethical vegans. Ethical vegans are like ethical weapons, right?
What are some keto vegan diet staples?
Okay, keto vegan diet staples. First question. Let's answer that one. So, what is a keto vegan diet staple?
All right, so again, the keto diet emphasizes getting most of its nutrients from fat, a little bit of it from protein, and almost none of them from carbohydrates. So, plant-based foods that fall into that category will be nuts and seeds, the avocado, the coconut products. I use, you can use a variety of oils depending on. Right, coconut oil would be my favorite one, but there's different types of oils that are good for. They're saying the echoes. Different types of echoes are good. Different types of oils are good for different types of cooking, right? So some of them have a way higher smoking point, which you don't want to go over, or else the food gets tainted. So.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to use the same oil as a salad dressing as you would use to fry something. Basically, right. So there's like a big array of oils, but. Right, I basically switch out things that you would eat regularly, like rice for cauliflower rice, or pasta for like a low carb noodle made out of like mushroom or tofu or shirataki or something like that.
That's a big thing I was wondering too, is like substitutes. You know,
yeah, right.
Like what's the best way? So cauliflower rice, I've never even heard of that. It sounds amazing.
It's good, yeah. It doesn't taste exactly like rice, but it does the job of fulfilling the rice requirement. That
I've eaten cauliflower.
Has.
I eat raw cauliflower all the time.
Right, yeah.
You know, which is not the best way to consume it. Is it the best way to consume it? No. Right?
Sure. It's fine, yeah.
Yeah, you know, because that's like, food is like another science, man. It is.
Oh, yeah.
It is literally a science, you know?
Some nutrients get destroyed with heat and some come out more.
Exactly. So
like to cook some food is better. That's why I'm not a raw vegan. I don't consider myself a raw vegan because they don't like to eat any food that goes over a certain temperature threshold.
God.
Because they're in it to preserve all the nutrients.
It's like homework. I love it.
Cooking does bring out some nutrients in some foods, so I'm not against cooking, obviously.
Yeah. No, the food looks so good.
Yeah, man, I appreciate the love. And the point in what I do go for in a lot of those foods is I do try to get that comfort food going. So like back to the deep dish pizza, right? That's something that you think like, how the hell can you make a low carb pizza? Or fine, maybe on a flatbread or something like that, but that's not pizza. How can you make a low carb deep dish pizza, which took me a couple of tries, but I succeeded at, and man, it was good.
How'd you do it? Okay, so break that down, because if there's ever anything that I would like to try of yours, it would definitely be that pizza.
I'll be making another one of those soon, but the flour,
how'd you get the bread? Yeah.
The flour is made from almonds.
Almond bread.
And then I try to keep
flour.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Almond flour, almond meal. And
That's
it's
insane.
Just almonds.
That's crazy.
But it's hard to get those to rise, so I did have to add like baking yeast and some things like that.
And the taste, did it taste like almond?
No, it tasted good. I tried to keep it as real traditional Chicago style. It had like the tomato sauce, which tomato's kind of carby, so I had to like mess with it a little bit. We'll talk about that.
If a pizza doesn't have the right sauce, it ain't pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a cracker with cheese on it.
And then I used this like this fake vegan sausage because it had to have sausage and peppers for it to be like a Chicago deep dish pizza. Yeah.
Totally. I don't eat pig, so I don't do that, but I know it's got to have it there.
The Faden vegan pizza.
The Faden vegan pizza. That's gonna be the actual official name of it. That's gonna be the official. That's what people in Chicago are gonna call it.
Yeah.
A batch of vegan crappy. What? No, crippy? A vegan crippy? Hey, what is it? Seitan? All right, now you guys are saying irrelevant things, but keep it coming though. I love it. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you so much for everybody in the chat tonight, by the way. Thank you so much for joining us on episode 17 so far. It's been a good time, man. How do you like being on the podcast for the first time? Is it your first time?
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
Not on any podcast, but on this one for sure, yeah.
Awesome.
No, I'm stoked. When you reached out to me to be on it, I was waiting for you.
It's a good time. Yeah. I mean, I was waiting for you, man, because I saw that you had something cooking there, and I was like, let me wait for the right time and place.
Yeah, I'd watched a couple of the episodes with Jose and
oh, man.
A little bit, yeah.
It's fun, dude. It's a fun thing to do, man. Like, it's something, ever since I was like 6 and I watched Conan O'Brien, I was like, see, this guy doesn't have to rely on politics.
Right.
He can just be funny by looking at the crowd.
Yeah. And
that's his thing, which is weak. But that was my thing, because with Leonard, yeah, he just looks at the crowd, and then they'll be like, "Oh, Conan!" Yeah, and then that's the whole show.
Well, see, he looks so funny already.
He does, and he has that little hair flop. Yeah. Oh my god, it kills me. But clearly, because I'm laughing for no reason. But but Letterman annoys me.
Oh, I liked Letterman before he retired. No.
I think he did, because I think I think there was like some sex scandal with him, and then they like covered it up, and then he just faded away slowly. He just into the shadows. He just drifted back.
Yeah.
Anyway, going back to the vegan cooking, guys. So, the pizza that looked good. What's your favorite thing that you've made? If it's not the pizza, so far.
It's got to be the pizza. Yeah. It might not have been the best thing, but
But you're working on it.
Actually, pancakes, man. The pancakes thing. I usually do those on the weekends because they take me a little more time. I wake up really early before work, so I don't really have the time to mess around with baking. But
yeah, dude.
If I wake up to a stack of those pancakes,
oof.
And I make like the serving size is supposed to be like for a family, and I just kind of
this is for me.
I just kind of like down.
This is for a me family of 4.
That's where it's at.
You know, I love pancakes, but I'm more of a waffle guy. Would you ever get into?
I tried the waffles, but they stuck to my waffle maker.
The maker, right?
So I gotta get that right. I will be posting waffles soon once I get it right. But it's without eggs, it's really hard to like.
It's hard to get that consistency
together, man. Yeah.
Is there like a vegan oil that you can use, like an oil that goes like?
Baka's asking if there's a vegan oil that he could use to help stick the waffles to the waffle maker.
It's not that they don't come off. It's that they don't stick to themselves.
Oh,
right.
So it just falls apart, right?
So
yeah.
It does need like it
needs a
glue.
What do they call it?
Yeah.
Exactly. They call it a binder.
A binder, basically.
There are binders.
5-star.
People use flax seeds or chia seeds, and they even sell this thing called the vegan egg, but it's a little weird.
The vegan egg. Just sounds like a sex toy. Like, what is that? What is it? Oh man, okay? Vegan tacos. Ooh, that sounds good.
Where we at? There's some more comments. Have you tricked vegan haters into eating your food? Yeah,
Have you?
Get off on that. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Oh man, we were in Chicago at it's not my food, but we were at this little place in Chicago, and one of our buddies, it was all vegan place, and it's a Mexican joint, and we had tacos.
Vegan Mexican food. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. And they use a lot of mock meats and things like that.
Yeah, I'd figure soy, right? Everything? No.
Yeah, a lot of soy products or
soy's good.
Wheat gluten based.
My mom used to make these soy patties back in the day, man, because she used to work at a vegetarian restaurant.
Yeah.
So she's a phenomenal cook.
She knows what's up. Yeah.
For real, dog. Like, people in the chat right now will vouch.
I vouch.
Yeah, but no, she made these vegan patties. No, veggie patties. So good, so good. Anyway,
we told him after that he had just eaten straight vegan food, and he was like, "Nah, bruh." And we got a kick out of that.
Well, you gotta play me like that.
What do you think of the Chicago diner in Boys Town? If you're referring to the Chicago diner in Chicago, I love it. It's the Chicago diner. Yeah, the vegan spot in Chicago. There's 2 of them.
In Boys Town.
I make it a point to visit every time I go.
Chicago's your spot, apparently.
Yeah, I consider it my second city. It's where my dad's from, and
nice.
I'm officially not from there, but I grew up visiting often. I grew up, loving all the sports teams, getting into like the food, the culture, and things like that. And I do visit very often. Yeah.
I see you. No, you love the place, man.
Yeah.
When the Cubs won, you're freaking out.
Oh my God, Chicago.
Freaking out. Along with the rest of the world, but definitely you out of anybody and any of our friends were like, you fucking went there.
I flew up the next day and I went to the parade, and man, what a blast!
You went there, bro. Yeah, I saw you posing with some cops. It was a good time.
Oh, yeah,
it was a good
yeah.
picture. You kneeled down, looking mischievous.
My best friends.
That was a good time, man. A very good time. What's happening over here? So we got Monica asking a question about, do you know if any specific things in your diet settle well with people with stomach problems?
Yeah, hi Monica. Absolutely, right. So the whole, let me get into a little bit of this stuff. So the ketogenic diet works to. Sorry.
We're fine.
Where's
A
the
thing
frame?
fell over and the camera got knocked back, but we're still here.
Where's the
The ketogenic diet is designed to get a control of the insulin hormone, which is secreted in
That's fine.
controls for fat loss and things like that, right? And a few people that I know that have already gotten onto the diet
We're
because of my, I guess, inspiration or influence, have totally gotten rid of their stomach problems, because what it does is it has very anti-inflammation effects, right? So if you have GERD or all those other gastrointestinal problems, a diet really high in fat and low in carbohydrate is going to fix that. Have you ever made vegetarian tamales?
That sounds good.
Yeah. Right, and some of the applications beyond fat loss are raised mental clarity and mental awareness, right? It cures acne.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a lot of benefits, dude.
Yeah.
That's so much better than a 6-pack.
For some people, I'm sure it is.
That's rad.
They're studying its other effects on different neurological things, but the ketogenic diet is the way to go. And it has like this strong like anti-authoritarian streak that I really like, because it's like, you know, when people are obese or people are diabetic, a lot of times it may be their fault, but a lot of times, you know, I feel for them because the government not only
They push it, dude.
the government has not only took it upon themselves to tell people to eat a certain way to their detriment, right? In 1976, 1977, when they come out with that food pyramid, which I say that's the real Illuminati pyramid, is that goddamn food pyramid, which tells people to eat 6 to 11 servings of grain a day, which is...
Okay, guys, we're tackling the food pyramid right now. Everybody pay attention. What the fuck? All right, so the food pyramid. Now, we grew up in school, like, having to memorize this fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, tell us why it's bullshit. Because that's... And a lot of people don't know that.
It's, like, upside down. I mean...
yeah, according to your diet, yeah, true.
Yeah, I see the food pyramid as like a scourge against humanity, right? And its advent, when it was introduced in 1976, and the correlation with the diabetes and obesity epidemic is perfectly correlated, right?
Population control, you're saying?
No, I'm not saying it's population control, but I'm just saying that there's interest that the government has, and then not only does it say, hey guys, eat this shit that's bad for you, it also takes our tax dollars and then subsidizes and uses protectionist policies to like uphold sugar companies and things like that. Which is why if you go to the grocery store, especially if you go to the grocery store after being into ketogenic diet, you feel like, you ever seen the movie They Live, when you need like the glasses?
Yeah.
You're in a
you don't belong, right? Yeah.
You can't get anything from like half of the aisles because it's all like high fructose corn syrup and sugar and just
sugar processed stuff, right? Yeah.
Right.
It's true though. And you know, there's even studies, and this is like pure facts, to where things are, you know, set eye level and everything to be able to push, you know, like cereals and like sugary cereals will be eye level to kids and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
And that's common sense that they do that, but
and
further pushes that point.
Almost as like criminal that they're
trying to brainwash the kids, right?
Getting the kids to be on something that they know is really bad for them, right?
Yeah, I mean, and think about every Saturday morning cartoon that you ever watched. Like, what commercials were in between that?
Yeah, right. The cartoony, you know.
They're after me, Lucky Charms.
The captain and the rabbit and
the cartoons, mascots. You know, just kind of like what they were doing with Joe Camel, right?
Yeah,
exactly. You know, yeah, trying to sell cigarettes.
This is Joe Camel, and now right, all the fruity cereals and all the gummy crap and all that. Star Wars fruit roll up, right? I used to love that.
Yeah, they were pretty good. The Power Rangers ones that you get from the ice cream man, though. Hey, the Power Rangers fruit roll ups. Woo! Give me that high fructose, baby.
So sugar. This is from a Princeton study. Sugar is as addictive to the brain as more addictive to the brain actually than cocaine and heroin, and that should be scary to most people when they hear that.
I know sugar addicts. I can agree.
Yeah,
I'm not one of them, but I'm a spicy head instead.
Exactly. So now I get to enjoy foods that are fat and salty, which to me is better than sugar. Doesn't really taste good. It's just that your brain is tricking you into thinking it tastes good.
Yeah, for the time being.
A lot of the food that we just talked about, like all the cracker and cookie aisles, is cardboard really. But since it has so much sugar in it, your brain is like, oh, I like this. Give me more of it.
Yeah.
But what we really want and what man evolved as was a fat hunter.
Whale hunting.
That's a little bit, you know.
No, but you know what? A lot of people
down the hole.
It is, but you know what? People like to ignore our natural instincts as people.
Yeah.
And I think to a certain extent, yeah, we are a progressive society. We change, you know, with time, and we adapt and all this kind of stuff. But it's hard to deny, you know, years and hundreds of years or thousands of years of you know, just I guess you can call it evolution. I don't know, but of just behavioral adaptation, right?
Right. Yeah.
You know, we I don't know. It's kind of hard to.
For thousands.
We are hunters.
Especially people that are from this, you know, North America, the Plains Indians, South America, right? They were fat hunters. In Africa, they would go after the hippopotamus when it died. In America, you know, we wiped out the fattest animals first, the mammoth,
buffalo,
and then the buffalo, right? And then even.
Sorry, it's a fun thing trying to like talk and then keep up with the chat too. Yeah. It happens, but you know, chat moves fast.
Even the
cream pies. I just saw the word cream pies. Gomez clearly. I'm super late on this comment, but Alazar's mom made me a sandwich over 10 years back, and I still remember it.
It was that good.
If I wasn't 2 beers into an IPA, I probably wouldn't laugh so hard. But that's a great one. She's an epic cook. I can completely agree. She made food for Paris Hilton. That's how you know it's real.
Did she really?
She did.
Oh, sick.
She the vegetarian restaurant in South Beach. Paris Hilton was there. Joey Tribbiani was there. Matt LeBlanc at another time.
That's
Joey from Friends.
What's his quote? How you
doing? How you doing?
How
Which
you doing?
I say every day of my life. Did you cut out meat cold turkey one day to the next?
Yeah, I did. In the winter of 2009, I cut out meat cold turkey from one day to the next. Yeah.
That's awesome. My stepdad was like that with cigarettes for some reason. He just like
Yeah.
one day he was like, no, I'm good.
I
We were
mean,
like,
I
dude, you
was-
smoke like 5 a day.
I was thoroughly convinced, and that was it. I mean, this summer is when I first really got into the ketogenic diet, and I was on a trip at a conference with my friend Sven. Shout out to him if he watches.
Shout out to that. That's a boy band name, dude. That's like you never hear that name in real life. That's awesome.
Sven.
That show only that name only belonged to like late 90s shows, right? Like
Yes.
that's what like the foreign exchange student was called.
The Fez.
Sven, yes, Sven,
Sven the
SVEN, 7 without that first
That's
E.
exactly how you spell it, right?
Yeah.
He finally thoroughly convinced me, and like on that trip, I was like at lunchtime, sometimes like the center of attention because I was just eating like this massive amount of food, and everyone was like, and he was like, man, like I don't know how you do that, like, and I was like, nah, man, it's good, man, you know, I'm fine. And he
You
was
gotta
like-
eat, bro.
And I was like, I mean, I knew I wasn't fine, but I was indulgent because I was on vacation. But he was like, no, you know, I'm on this ketogenic thing. I'm pouring MCT oil on my broccoli and stuff like that. and
Oh.
eating beef, and I was like,
What was that? MC what?
MCT oil,
MZT?
MCT,
MCT
It stands for,
oil.
medium chain triglycerides.
That's what's up, man.
And I was like,
Take notes, folks.
I was like, pass a little bit out of that over, man.
Let me get some of that.
And I actually tried to take it home with me, but the TSA stole it from me.
They TSA.
Yeah.
9/11 job creation.
Two thumbs down to the TSA, but
Bring Alzar's mom out.
after that vacation, when I came home to Florida, cold turkey, I got on the ketogenic diet, and I started trying to think of like, oh man, what could I eat that's really fat but low in carbs but still vegan? And that's when I started using like these cans of coconut milk that have like 70 grams of fat.
Oh.
And making shakes out of them and stuff, which I still do. But that was my first inclination was, oh, these cans of coconut milk are the spot.
Coconut milk is the best.
Yeah.
Like ever since I was a kid, like coconuts, like I love the flavor, you know.
Yeah,
But the brown coconuts, not the green one.
Right.
Like, what's the difference? Like, you know what? Okay, here's one thing. Maybe you can answer this for me because nobody can answer it properly.
No, the brown coconut is inside the green coconut.
Is that how that goes?
Yeah.
I don't know the science of coconut life,
Right,
like
gr-
coconut
green,
birth.
Green is a younger coconut.
Oh, okay. Summon Mother Chan. They really want me to take my. They really want me to bring my mom over here.
Hey.
I'll do it. Man. Let's go. Let's go grab her right now.
Bring her over.
Let's. Faye, say hi to the crowd. Say what's up to the peeps.
All right, guys. His mom's coming over. Noel, yeah. To answer your question, right? So humans.
Make a quick comeback. Hey guys, I'm out.
You out of here?
No,
Oh.
I was just making a quick comeback.
Come on.
Berto.
Oh my god.
Take a seat. The show's been hijacked, everybody. The show's been hijacked.
Oh my god.
Say hi to him right there.
Hello.
Hi everyone.
What's up, guys? This is my mom. She's a really good cook. Mom, this is Faden. He's a very good cook also.
Oh,
Nice to meet
nice meeting you too.
A vegan cook. All the people in the crowd, they want me to bring my mom out, so here she is.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. for
Yeah,
having
she's
me.
sweating.
Because I'm cooking something still.
Yeah, she's cooking right now as we speak, guys.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Thank you. All right, take care. Love you.
Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was fun. Well, the crowd wanted it, so you got to give the crowd what they want, right? The customer's always
They're
right.
going nuts.
Jennifer said she's hot. No comment. She's a very beautiful lady.
I plead the fifth. I don't want Alzar to get upset with me.
It's nothing nobody's ever said before. Like when she had to drop off like the keys in 4th grade. Like everybody's like, "That's your mom, bruh." I was like, "Yeah, that's her in the flesh." Oh, there you go. Anyway, Yeah, guys, thank you. Well, thank you for wanting to bring my mom out. She had her 15 minutes of fame just now. So, anyway, going back to the vegan thing, man. Oh, man. Hot mom alert. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Jenny's always boosting everybody up, man. What's up? Hey, what happened here? We're all over Jenny's profile now. Sorry, let's get out of there. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Jenny's always boosting everybody up, man. All right, so hey, what comments? Let's see the news comments. We're all over Jenny's profile now. Sorry, let's get out of there. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Jenny's always bring Alzar's mom out. I'm looking at old comments for some comments. Why they're not the news comments. We're all over Jenny's profile. There you go. What do you suggest? Oh, thank you, Jenny. Jenny's always bring Alzar's mom out. I'm looking at old comments for some comments. Why they're not the news comments. We're all over Jenny's profile. There you go. Jenny, thank you, Jenny. Jenny's always bring Alzar's mom out. I'm looking at old comments for some comments. Why they're not the news comments. We're all over Jenny's profile. There you go. Jenny, thank you, Jenny. Jenny's always bring Alzar's mom out. I'm looking at old comments for some comments. Why they're not the news comments. We're all over Jenny's profile. There you go. Jenny, thank you, Jenny. Jenny's always bring Alzar's mom out. I'm looking at old comments for some comments. Why they're not the news comments. We're all over Jenny's profile. There you go. Jenny, thank you, Jenny. Jenny's always bring Alzar's mom out. I'm looking at old comments for some comments. Why they're not the news comments. We're all over Jenny's profile. There you go. Jenny, thank you, Jenny. Jenny's always bring Alzar's mom out. I'm looking at old comments for some comments. Why they're not the news comments. We're all over Jenny's profile. There you go. Jenny, thank you, Jenny. Jenny's always bring Alzar's mom out. I'm looking at old comments for some comments. Why they're not the news comments. We're all over Jenny's profile. There you go. Jenny, thank you, Jenny. Jenny's always bring Alzar's mom out. I'm looking at old comments for some comments. Why they're not the news comments. We're all over Jenny's profile. There you go. Jenny, thank you, Jenny. Jenny's always bring Alzar's mom out. I'm looking at old comments for some comments. We're all over Jenny's profile. There you go. Jenny, thank you, Jenny. Jenny's always bring Alzar's mom out. I'm looking at old comments for some comments. We're all over Jenny's profile. There you go. Jenny, Jenny's always that's what's up. I'm looking at old comments for some comments. We're all over Jenny's profile. There you go. Could be. Let me see.
Ask everybody for a sound check.
Check.
We still got an echo, folks. Oh, Jenny just shared our video. Thank you.
Ask everybody for a sound check.
Black hole echo.
check.
We still got an echo, folks.
Bottomless trap hole.
Oh, Jenny just shared our video. Thank you. Why is that happening?
Ask everybody for a sound check.
Black hole
check,
echo.
check.
We still got an echo, folks.
Bottomless trap hole.
Oh, Jenny just shared our.
We good now.
Oh, we're good.
Check.
How did that even happen? We weren't even doing anything.
Thank you all.
But I'm glad. I'm glad it's good now. Oh, Jenny just shared our. Oh, we're good.
Check.
How did that even happen? We weren't even doing anything.
Thank you all.
Yeah, Facebook is weird. But I'm glad Facebook is weird. I'm glad. Trust me. Like we're trying to. Jenny just shared our. Echo. Oh, we're good. How? How did that even happen? We weren't even doing anything. All right. Well, you know what? We'll keep it rolling and we'll see. But I'm glad. Facebook is weird. I'm glad. Trust me. Like we're trying to. Jenny just shared our. Echo. Oh, we're good. How? How did that even happen? We weren't even doing anything. All right. Well, you know what? We'll keep it rolling and we'll see. But I'm glad. Facebook is weird. I'm glad. Trust me. Like we're trying to. Jenny just shared our. Echo. Oh, we're good. How? How did that even happen? We weren't even doing anything. All right. Well, you know what? We'll keep it rolling and we'll see. But I'm glad. Facebook is weird. I'm glad. Trust me. Like we're trying to. Jenny just shared our. Echo. Oh, we're good. How? How did that even happen? We weren't even doing anything. All right. Well, you know what? We'll keep it rolling and we'll see. But I'm glad. Facebook is weird. Shouldn't be happening. I don't know why. Planet Earth, starring Eric Faden. Weird. Shouldn't be happening. I don't know why. Alright, let's see. Let's check it now.
He's saying it's good now.
Good for now. Oh, maybe because I had this volume up. I don't know. Let's check it now. What about now? How's it sounding now, folks? Good? You're back. Okay, good.
Now it's a bird.
Now it's a
Alright,
bird.
so it's a bird singing. Alright, cool.
No, we're good. I think we're good now. I think it was because I think this volume was up. That's probably why.
Alright, so but how are the volumes as far as you guys talking?
Oh, we're getting a bunch of thumbs up, so I think it's good now. Cool. Bunch of thumbs up are coming. Thank you for everybody putting those, spamming the thumbs up. We love you. Anyway. Alright, cool. So, probably getting audio from your YouTube feed. Oh, could be. All natural. Cool. All natural. Like my tits.
Don't bring that up. They're gonna ask for them.
No, you don't want to see my tits. You don't want to see these milk duds. No.
Alright,
They're milky.
Yeah. So, man, I wrote down like 500 things I wanted to get into, but
Get into everything you want to get into, my brother.
let's
Yeah.
go through it.
So I'm
We'll
gonna
keep it.
I'm gonna give you the floor for a little bit. So I mean, so we talked about a lot of food. First of all, was there anything that you wanted to tell the people, like a message you really wanted to get out to the folks before we move on to like exercise and some other stuff?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let me check this out real quick.
Yeah, check it out. Faden actually wrote notes, and he put like speech bubbles around the notes, so it's even better.
Yeah.
Thoughts within thoughts. It's like
And then I definitely want to go on a little bit of rant.
go on the rants, man.
Anyways,
It's
right,
episode
so-
17 of Shut Up, Let's Talk, man. That's what I love it, man. I love it. This is like the
17 people watching.
consistent.
I don't. What are these mad reactions about? But anyways,
Those were laughing. Those were
okay,
laughing.
so I don't claim to be an expert at all in any of the natural sciences. It actually was always never my subject. I'm more of a social science kind of guy, but I don't claim to be an expert or a nutritionist or anything like that. But I do take in a lot of information from them.
Yeah.
Right. Namely, some guys that I'm gonna shout out, which is like Professor Timothy Noakes.
Timothy Noakes.
Jeff Volek, Stephen Finney, Dominique D'Agostino, and Jason Fung, right? These are the people that I consider my mentors, right? I've read their papers, books, and I watch them on YouTube a lot.
Nice.
Right? And it's like all I've been getting into over the past few months, during all my spare time, taking in as much information about this as possible because it's super interesting to me. And the things that I found were like startling, right? Because everything that I had been doing, as I mentioned before, was wrong all this time, and it really kind of hit me to the core because I was always giving. He says, "Turn up, Faden."
I did.
All right.
Oh,
I was
cool.
always giving people advice, and it was wrong advice, and that hurts. That bothers me that I was telling people things that probably wasn't helping them. Now I'm still just an ignorant human, right? But I think I have a better idea on what I was talking about.
But you're practicing it, which is the thing. Like you're doing your best to practice. If you don't practice something, how are you gonna get better? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It takes time it takes time to do things, and a lot of people don't get that. They think
Right.
a lot of stuff is overnight.
And just learning about the body and all it does, and the body's a lot smarter than we give it credit for, and it does a lot of these things that I've picked up, right? So just a quick example, like when you go out and you stay in the sun for a long period of time, and you get sunburned, what's happening is your cells are committing suicide. Your skin cells, when you start getting that dead skin, when you get a sunburn, because they want to preserve the body. Everything that the human body does is to preserve the body, and so that they don't become cancer cells, they kill off themselves to preserve the rest of the body. It's the same thing when you try to drown yourself and you really can't. Or I mean, not that I try to drown myself.
What? Is everything okay, Faden?
But
are you all right, dude?
Your body is always trying to save itself. And what was the other good example I had about that?
Yeah, you brought up that drowning comment so casually. It was like, like when you try to drown yourself and you can't.
Right. I mean, like, or if you engage in some kind of
right,
crazy exercise and you pass out.
Yeah.
Your body's telling you stop. What you're doing, it's too much.
It just shuts off.
Right. Yeah. It shuts off.
Overheats.
And what people don't realize a lot of the time is that happens to them a lot more often than they realize, and so to get into something, right, your bloodstream only carries at any given time 5 grams of glucose. So something like a bowl of rice, something even like a fruit salad, is considered a metabolic emergency, right? Because you're flooding your bloodstream with so much sugar that it has no idea what to do with, and what it does is it puts them all in, it shoves it away into the fat cells for storage for later, right? And that's when you get that itis, that Thanksgiving, like post-Thanksgiving feeling where you're like, oh man, I need to knock out right now.
You find the nearest river and just jump in.
Anybody who's at their job or who's at school, or everybody's sleepy after lunch.
Yeah.
Because they just ate a big carby meal and it's time for them to go to sleep. And that's basically their body telling them, stop what you're doing or you're going to die. And
so portion control? Is that what we're getting at? Or what you're eating too?
Insulin control is what we're aiming at. And that's what the whole thing of the diet is that it controls insulin.
Sugar is bad for you.
The sugar is bad for you, yeah. And
for the simple-minded.
Those insulin spikes are, she's like, Jesus, right? And I know everybody out there who just heard me say all that stuff is like,
whoa,
wait, I
just had a bowl of cereal.
Feeling after I ate a lot of
I'm having a bowl of cereal right now.
Yeah.
I had the itis today.
The itis is fine when you're like, any age up to like 20 something, but later on it starts catching up to you.
Yeah, dude, I'm noticing that nowadays. My knees are acting up, and I'm like, no. Not
Yeah.
me old knees.
My body hates sugar on its own. Bless up.
Your body hates sugar on its own.
Yeah,
You're a
I'll
step
be-
ahead of the crowd.
The Asian guy said, but rice tastes good.
Well, I mean, hey, second kind of Asian guy, and I'm right there with you, man. Jasmine rice is. I don't know what happened there. Things fell. It's okay. Things happen. But no, rice is good though, especially like that Indian, that skinny rice.
Oh yeah, man.
Oof, that's the
I
one.
miss that stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Awesome, my friend. This is a great one. Very interesting. Yeah,
Good.
Throw in more questions. I got a lot to talk about, but I want to get into.
Yeah, guys. Sorry, you know,
more than
like I said, this is a fun balance between talking to each other and then also being able to talk to all you guys, hanging out at home. So feel free to throw any questions at Faden. Very knowledgeable guy. He claims to not be a professional, but at the same time, like I said, he practices. You gotta, yeah. And he's in it. He's in the game. He's got a 6-pack. That means that's how you know it's real.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's real, guys. I got a flab. I got a value meal. All right. No. So anyway, what's Jenny saying? Help. But meat owns my soul. Well, I mean,
Well, first thing you gotta do is go follow at KetonedVegan. Right. That's where I'm gonna be answering a lot of questions later on in life and putting up pictures of food and stuff like that. But,
Yes.
But yeah, we got plenty of time here. This is actually probably like 3 hours past my bedtime, but.
Yeah. I mean,
we're having fun.
It's a moment, all right. We're doing it, all right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
episode 17. Everybody get comfortable, and I'm so glad. And there's about 20 people in the chat right now. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. Even if it's this late, hopefully you guys have all had your dinner, your unhealthy sugary dinners, according to everything we've been talking about. Hope you guys. Like I said, I hope everybody's having a
There you
great
go.
night. Thanks so much
Austin's
for.
got it. So, just to rant for like a minute, the big thing that irks me is like the so-called experts that people listen to. And again, like I'm not claiming to be one, but a lot of people do. And it's usually turning up Faden's mic.
Turn up Faden's mic. Let's see. Do we get the wrong side?
Check.
Do we get the wrong side?
His is lower than yours, Aladar. Well, he's the host. That's okay, right? Or we can switch him.
Maybe we're talking to the wrong side. Let's try the non-logo side. The logo side. Let's try that. How's the audio, folks?
Check.
Put a phaser pedal on Eric's mic.
Juan Marquez. I wonder who that is, sitting at home with his hand on his wiener. Yeah.
This Instagram thing that gives people, and that can be said for me too. That gives these people this platform, right? And it's these like bro dudes that do their like, hey, I'm gonna listen to me, and
I make money doing
it could
this.
be
Hey.
like an Herbalife guy, it could be a CrossFit guy, and then they post like the pictures of what they eat, and it's like the most. I can draw. I can paint you the picture.
Oh God, do it,
right?
do it,
So
do it.
It's gonna be an average looking guy, right? He might have a little bit of abs, but it's probably just because he was already like pretty genetically well off, or he's 23 and that's why he looks like that.
Exactly.
Right? And then he posts these pictures every week of 6 Tupperwares and this like dry as fuck chicken breast with a mountain of brown rice because he's health savvy, right? So it has to be brown rice instead of white, which
Oh
gets
God.
people to start thinking that he knows what he's talking about.
Switch to
And
grains.
then they throw their broccoli in there that I'm sure they lost all the nutrients from because they're water soluble and they boiled the fuck out of them, right? And they're like, look, this is my meal prep, bro. And then when football season is on Sundays and Saturdays, they like, oh, cheat day meal, and they post like pictures of fucking Chick-fil-A, and it's like, motherfucker, you cheated every day. You ate a metabolic emergency every single day. Another thing, so like that chicken breast looks like shit. It's like
It's breathing for air.
Did you microwave that? Like throw some curry on that bitch or something. Because, white guys, and it's usually white guys.
Yeah.
Already get this rap that they don't season their food. And I not that I.
It's true.
Not that I say, oh, I'm poster boy for a white guy, but like on top of people not like on top of getting that rap that we don't season our food, you're gonna post pictures of your garbage, and then oh man,
Of your naked chicken breast gasping for air.
So we got Estefania saying
question.
building muscle but not eating too much meats, mostly fish. Any other recommendations to help build muscle and keep keeping good levels of protein, not too much sugars.
We're reading Stephanie's question.
All right, the question from Estefania is building muscle but not eating too much meats, mostly fish. Any other recommendations to help build muscle and keeping good levels of protein and not too much sugar? Don't want the bloating feeling. See more.
The bloating feeling is my stomach.
Right, so building muscle, right? Another thing that these guys do is like, oh, you got to get your protein, right? I don't know where they came up with the number, but everybody, all these trainer types of dudes say like, you need 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, and I'm pretty sure they pulled that out of their ass because it makes no sense whatsoever. People actually need a lot less protein than these fitness magazines would have you believe, because
I think protein equals muscle.
yeah, right. That protein turns into sugar in your bloodstream just like sugar, and can make you fat, especially if you eat it right after your workout, right?
Oh.
And that's the post-workout nutrition is like a big farce, and you don't really need me to tell you that. If you ever pick up one of these magazines like Men's Health or whatever, Maxim Fitness,
The Dwayne Johnson magazine.
those crazy magazines with like a guy on the cover like
I'm fucking dying.
Every other page is a commercial, but honestly pretty much every page is a commercial.
Yeah, that's what magazines have become today. No articles.
In the same context of things that I used to tell people that is completely wrong is the eat many times a day thing, right? And that doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Historically, humans would eat once a day for almost their entire existence, and then after the agricultural revolution, people started eating multiple times a day, and then after the late 70s and then till now, they started with the balance out your snacks throughout the day. Eat small meals 5 or 6 times a day. All right,
So buy more.
The conspiracy going on there is that they want you to eat more and
Yeah.
buy more, right?
Buy more, continue the fucking company.
Because the people like me that are telling you like, or try intermittent fasting or try a ketogenic diet, I don't have anything to sell you. I'm not trying to get you to join a cult. I'm not trying to get you to buy a product, because what I'm trying to get you to eat is a ketone body that your body produces for free, and
Work for yourself, damn it. Be your own health boss.
so if you can switch and if you can deal with changing over to a high-fat diet, your body will start giving you ketones, and I'm telling you, it's almost. I mean, and there's these exogenous ketones too, but I've never really tried them. But the mental clarity and the things like that come with it are crazy.
Awesome.
There should be a cult. Yeah, Eve is right.
Yeah, why not?
A couple more points to touch on like that. See, one of the biggest things that you notice is that, you're right, in this country especially, people don't really know real hunger. And
Yes.
this oh my god, I'm starving every 3 hours thing is not that you're hungry. It's that the insulin is playing a trick on your mind. And I know, because I used to be like that. Every 3 hours, if I didn't eat up
I'm starving.
another peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something, not only would I get hungry, I'd also get hangry, and I'd be like, oh man, like I want to go home already and just either knock out or eat more or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's because the insulin is playing a trick on your mind, telling you that you're hungry. You have a sugar addiction or a food addiction, which, right, almost everybody has, because of the way we've been brought up, because of the foods that are always around us. Exactly. That's why Americans are so damn fat. Nelson's right.
Yeah. A McDonald's on every corner?
Yeah, right. McDonald's. I put up something about Coca-Cola yesterday. Like, the CEO of Coca-Cola should be dragged out into the street and like shot. Like,
Yeah, I mean, so
he is as bad as Osama bin Laden.
I didn't get a chance to look at the article you posted, but it was basically saying the sugar companies are on the decline, right?
Yeah, sugar is becoming less and less popular, which is good. I mean,
Yeah.
Fuck them.
People are
right?
waking up, right?
And there's other alternatives. You can still eat sweet food. You can. Hey, Jess, I noticed you.
What up, peeps? Thank you, everybody, for coming up tonight.
There's a lot of good sugar or sweetener alternatives in the marketplace, like that use stevia leaf extract or monk fruit extract or xylitol or sorbitol. The common ones are called the common ones are called like Swerve, or stevia is everywhere, and now they're making a lot of drinks with that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
Like sodas and things like that. Much better than what we had before, which was aspartame. That has shown to be pretty dangerous in some studies.
Aspartame? Yeah, so
How about
more up to
Austin,
the
that's
mic.
better?
Maybe you're talking to the other side of the mic, because it could be. Maybe let's try it that way. Let's try.
Check.
How's the mic sound now, folks? Sorry if we're going through some things, but voice your opinions. We're definitely reading the comments. So
Imagine everyone wants to eat like
you guys are definitely a part of the conversation, which I'm really happy about, guys. I'm really liking where this whole live show thing is going. So thanks so much for joining us so far. We've been joined tonight with Eric Faden, KetonedVegan, talking about healthy dieting. You know, something that I haven't done very well, that I'm not very familiar with. I brought Eric on today because he knows a lot about this, and I've seen him doing it. I've seen you doing more to cook for yourself. You've been and you're more scientific about it than other people that I've noticed. You know, you kind of you try to figure your own body out at least. You know, and you do multiple things. You've tried different routes, and that's important. You don't just stick to one thing and just say this is what I'm gonna do. You know, you try different avenues.
Right.
That's important because.
Yeah, so I'm coming off as a teacher about this and about other things, but I really am a student, right?
Yeah.
So like when some people have been skeptical about what I'm talking about, or like, oh, aren't you gonna get high cholesterol? Aren't you gonna get fat? And I'm like, well, I don't have any reason to believe that, but if you do, please send it my way so I can do the right thing. Right?
Figure it out. Yeah.
I want to evolve. I don't want to stay the same. She's asking for my Facebook page. It's Eric ERIC space Faden FADEN, and on Instagram is the same thing at Eric Faden or at KetonedVegan.
Follow both.
Yeah, thanks for the follows, guys. Congratulations, this is your most commented on live video yet.
Woo! Thank you.
All right.
We're doing a good job. I'm so glad we didn't miss that high five. That would have been
It
it.
was a half five.
Yeah, it was like we cut the the right ass cheek of each hand.
We're not gonna redo it though. That
No, that was it.
We'll get another one at the end.
It was silent but deadly, that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. You aren't arrogant about it, like you're trying to educate. No, because that's exactly why I brought Faden on, because I like when people have a message, and when people are not douchebags about that message. And Faden's one of those people. Jenny's one of those people. The same person that made that comment. Yeah.
I usually get called a douchebag, but
you get called a douchebag because people are afraid of people that are upfront and people that can just give you a fact. You know, a lot of people want to give you their glorified opinion instead of just trying to give you a fact like it's a fact. You know, and a lot of people get uncomfortable with that. So
I appreciate that.
it happens, man. Yeah, you know, you're doing the right thing. At least you believe in what you believe in, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's better than trying to fit yourself in everybody else's shoebox.
No, I definitely believe in what I believe in. I hope you do too.
I don't believe in what I believe in at all. Like I like when I go to sleep at night, I know I'm full of shit, but but I still wake up and do it all over again. And here we are today. So anyway, anything else you wanted to bring up really quick?
Scroll down a little bit. Oh, maybe.
No, let's see that.
Take it where it may. I can bounce on these things.
Let's see. You're still wise, Eric. Yes, he is. You aren't Eric, but it cool. Because there are mean-ass vegans. Yes, there are. Imagine every douche on IG that works out all of a sudden is a personal trainer. That's usually how it goes, right?
Yeah, see, I hate that.
Yeah, these people that just drive their 350Zs.
Have I ever relapsed? Yeah. Let me.
Drunk munchies.
So drunk munchies. Let me get into that real quick too.
Yeah.
No, I don't drink at all, Jenny.
No.
I haven't had a sip of alcohol in probably about 11 years.
Unicorn.
So, drunk munchies, no. Have I relapsed? Yes. It makes me feel really bad. I've done it too often lately, which is why I went on to a 78-hour fast over last weekend. Relapsed on meat? No, I have not. I did relapse on a shitload of carbs though. You know, I went to Joe's Old School Pizza and I ate an entire pizza to myself.
Oh.
Right? They have a vegan pizza with the diet cheese and I just killed it.
I'd have rubbed it, then ate it.
And I went to this spot in Fort Lauderdale and got like some vegan ice cream, banana split, and then I got the same responses that I tell people they're gonna get. Right? I got totally inflamed. I got totally bloated. I felt like I could be rolled down a hill. You know, it felt like shit, and it was good like the moment I was eating it, but like a minute after. No, it wasn't worth it, and that's why I'm trying to go full throttle ahead on the keto thing and stay on it as long as possible.
Yeah, because now when you relapse, it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks ass. Like my abs went away.
You get sick.
Right, and I feel like my body's rejecting it.
Getting poisoned.
Exactly.
Dude, I had a hangover the other day after a while, right? And I woke up the next day like, damn, I literally poisoned myself last night. Like I woke up the next day like I feel like an asshole.
Yeah. You literally did. Yeah, poison yourself.
Yeah, you did, but that's you know, like you have to look at it that way. You know, you can't just think like, oh man, I was a bender. No, you know, it's like no man, like I ate a lot less than I should have. Yeah. I ate a fucking wrap.
So you got way too drunk, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I got carried away, and it just happened. It was a good lesson to learn because now I don't want to drink like that again for a long time, for a very long time. But you know what though, the no drinking thing, it helps a lot of people lose weight. Alcohol has a lot of alcohol can get you fat, man. Especially IPAs, get you real fat. How many calories is a sucker?
It's probably really carby.
The fact that it doesn't even have nutrition facts on it.
Has dating been hard? Girls eat, bruh.
I mean, gotta find the vegan ones, right?
Yeah. No, I mean I like to eat. I like to take girls out to eat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dating.
They could eat, right? You're gonna eat what you eat.
Yeah. I mean, I'll find a way, but actually, yeah. The social consequences of being a ketogenic vegan are one of the hardest parts about it, because to go out and socialize and eat at a lot of places does make it a lot harder.
I mean, especially because all the food you find is not vegan friendly.
Exactly, yeah. There are places that I can eat at that people like. I mean, Chipotle is very vegan friendly and ketogenic friendly.
What's happening right now? Something's happening right now. I don't know what the hell's going on.
She's about
What the hell just happened? What is going on? My mom is in the room.
I think we just scored. Come on in, bring that.
Yeah, something just happened. All right.
Oh, look at that.
No.
Yeah, I mean, the show's still going on, but it's okay. We are gonna do the show and apparently welcome some food. Here.
Some cauliflower.
No, you meat nikata.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just told her he doesn't eat meat.
Hey, it looks good though.
It does, yeah. This is so funny. You could eat all this. I don't know what just happened. My mom just brought in food.
Oh, the hearts are flying across the
Yeah, thank you. That's awesome.
We got food flying in here. Oh my god.
We do have food flying in here.
Thank you.
Okay, whenever.
That's so funny. I'm trying to tell her like we can't eat right now. We're kind of live, but thank you so much anyway.
Come kill some of this stuff. Look at those
Oh.
fire flames.
Yeah, it is real good. It is real good. There's cauliflower and beef, which is off the menu automatically. But there is a really good salad here and some good homemade bread. So life is good. Roti, not just bread, but roti.
Right. Oh man.
Very different.
That looks so good.
Yeah, you can definitely take all that home, brother. But yeah, man. So we just gotta drop on some food right now. So thank you,
So,
everybody.
Baka is asking, what's a good transition into these eating habits when you can't go cold turkey? I personally eat horrible and I'm feeling the effects. I'd like to find a way out.
Oof.
All right, so just like general rules to get towards a better diet, right? You want to eat as little processed food as possible. So whether or not you're eating, meat or you're a vegetarian, to get the food as close to how it was, however it's found in nature. But right, that's kind of a misnomer because all of our food is like humanly made, which is a point I want to get to.
Yeah.
So our diet, which is why like the paleo diet is kind of bullshit.
What is the paleo diet?
Paleo diet tries to focus on the source of foods and they say they're eating like the Paleolithic man and eating foods like only in their natural state. But that's not true because
In their natural state, what does that even mean?
exactly right. So all the foods that we eat, even bananas, things like that, humans have altered them over hundreds of years.
Yeah.
To be totally different.
Yeah,
right?
totally. Like bananas aren't even yellow, right? Like they turn like they
were like
they do a
really-
thing to them to get them there quicker, right?
A really seedy,
Yeah.
fibrous thing. They look like a weed. Right?
Yeah,
It grows
yeah.
out of your grass that you would like throw out, right? They don't look like food. It's the same thing we do with chickens and all fruits and vegetables. And now this is a great thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy that people can. We're producing more food on Earth now at this point in history with more people on Earth than we ever have in history.
Yeah.
And that's an amazing.
It's an accomplishment.
That
Yeah.
says a lot about. That says a lot about technology and give it up to the Green Revolution and Norman Borlaug or whatever his name is. Right. So the ability to feed more people is a good thing, definitely. And to take people out of poverty from the third world, China and
Definitely.
things like that.
Yeah.
But at the
India.
same time, right,
Billion people.
Yeah.
How are you gonna feed a billion people?
Exactly. We need more food. So
nuts.
To be able to produce more food like this is a good thing. But to think that that you should just eat like a humongous amount of fruits or rice or any of these things at one serving. And these foods are not the same foods that we're supposed to eat. They're not the foods that we're designed to eat.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sort of rambling for a second. I had a good idea. What was the main question that we were on?
Oh God, there's so many things that come in.
Yeah.
But
again,
Baka was asking. Baka was asking about how to change if you can't do it cold turkey.
Okay, right. So one thing, just like a quick tip.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
A lot of my students in school ask me that I say like that to make it easier is don't mix carbs and fat. If you want to eat carbs, but don't put fat. But if you want to eat fat, but no carbs. But if you mix them, you start to see the most dangerous foods on the planet, which is like donut or pizza or think about anything that's super carb, like a pasta with oil on it.
The food supervillains.
Those things do a lot of dangerous things to you metabolically, right? All the good things, yeah.
Anything
exactly.
you would like, yeah.
But the good thing is you can eat those foods in different versions and still get the confections are still going to taste good, but you don't want all that extra baggage, right? You don't want to mix.
You don't want the bad chemicals.
You don't want to get all inflamed and sick.
Because they're chemicals. You don't want the bad chemicals out of
Right.
those food. Because essentially, all these things that we're talking about, fats and all these carbs, and they're chemicals. You be smart, basically.
I'm reading Noel's comment.
What does Noel
That's
say?
a long one. I'm going to reply to you personally.
Yeah. My biggest worry. What the?
That's 6 paragraphs.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Noel. But the stuff is moving so quick. My 2 cents. Oh God. That's hilarious. All right, well, we'll run through it. My biggest worry, or I guess issue with food, is that the food industry in our country has a widespread influence on aspects of food and plants, and non-meat-based food is not immune to that. The plants that we consume, fruits and veggies, are... Oh, wow, this is a lot longer than I remember. God damn it, Noel. This is a good question, though, but... Noel, can you just rephrase that really, really quickly, please? Because there's just a bunch of stuff coming in.
Getting from it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Saying, again, Noel, I don't. Again, for me, I see veganism as a political thing. I don't see it as a health thing. I think a lot of vegans that are vegans for health are sort of wrong-headed, right? In their approach, right? A vegan diet, there's nothing inherent about a vegan diet that makes it healthier than a diet that eats at least some animal products. But there are some things about a vegan diet that do make it healthy. Like what I said, the biggest thing for me is foodborne illness.
Yeah.
It does limit that because you're not taking in a lot of the things that carry diseases like
give it to
chicken
you.
and the salmonella, yeah.
And iguanas. If you're eating iguanas,
Yeah.
which people do,
Yeah.
go to any festival, any
Possums,
Caribbean
things like
festival,
that.
and you'll see iguanas there.
Yeah.
Trinis eat iguanas, I know that.
Yeah. The other thing, right? When I first became a vegan, the good thing about it for me was that I could eat a lot of food and not get fat because the food was it wasn't dense at all. All the plant food, you get full on a lot of plants, but you didn't take in that many calories.
Yeah, exactly.
But now what I'm doing is the opposite, because the foods I am eating are super dense, like the avocados, things like that. They're all full of fat. Right. So, and the benefits of that is that I'm almost never hungry. I can eat. I mean, I just finished a 78-hour fast. Some people think that's crazy. I didn't really. It wasn't that hard. But even on a regular day, I go somewhere minimum 8 hours to anywhere to sometimes 24 hours without food.
Okay, so thank you for bringing that up because I wanted to bring that up. You went through a 78-hour fast where you just had a bunch of water, right?
Yeah, I drank nothing. I consumed nothing but water for 78 hours.
Okay, so I mean, the first question I ask is, why'd you do that?
Okay, the main reason is because of the information from this University of Southern California study where fasting promotes autophagy, which is when all your cells sort of examine themselves and they start offing the ones
toxins.
They start. It's like a way to regenerate your immune system.
I heard about this.
Right.
This guitarist I really followed did the same thing way back. Yeah.
And it's if you fast for 72 hours. No, yeah, JD, it was literal. I hadn't eaten all day and all day before or after.
Like water was his breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yes.
And snacks.
Friday night, I ate, and I didn't eat again until Tuesday morning breakfast. And
You should get like a water-shaped burger and just like bite into it. That'd be great.
So the 78-hour thing is that it's 72 hours promotes the autophagy that I'm talking about, where all your cells, it allows all your white blood cells in your body to regenerate, so your immune system is ready to go. And for me, I really wanted to do that to, go into the summer when I'm about to go on vacation and have
Bikini body.
I don't want to get sick. Yeah. and I wanted to reset after that crazy cheat that I told you guys about, where I was eating pizza and ice cream and things like that. I wanted to get my stomach shrunken back down.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
Because after eating all that stuff, it was taking me more to get full, and I don't like that. I like it when only a little bit of food can get me full.
Yeah, portion control, baby.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man. I remember I was watching TV like 15 years ago, and they showed this one dude, and it was like it was E channel, okay? Yeah. So it was like they were just interviewing some guy on South Beach, right? And they were like, "Now, what's the good advice you have?" He's like, "You got to lower your portion control." He's like, I don't know why he sounded like he had a shillelagh, I don't know, but he's like, yeah, lower your portion control. He's like, don't eat. He's like, when you get full, just stop.
Yeah, right. And people need to listen to their body. Like I was saying, the body's really smart, and if you listen to the body, it tells you. But if you're on a high carbohydrate diet, your body is going to send you the wrong signals, because it's insulin speaking to you, and it's not really your stomach. Again, people, especially in the United States of America, don't really know real hunger, and it's definitely a mental thing. And if you go on a long fast for even 12 hours, but if you try a really long one like I did, like 72, and some people go on way longer than that, that's nothing, you'll know that hunger is very mental. Especially this, like, oh, I ate, I haven't eaten in 3 hours, I'm hungry. It's very mental.
It's spoiled, right? It's a spoiled way to look at food, right?
It's your hormones messing with you. And yeah, it is sort of spoiled, yeah.
But here's one thing, and you brought up a good point, because we're talking about this on a dietary level,
yeah.
But human beings themselves, we're normally pretty stupid. It takes us a second to look back at what we're doing when we realize, damn, I probably didn't need to do this or do that. Somebody the other day asked, how much is too much? And I don't know if that was a lyric or not, but I was always kind of like, if you have to ask yourself if something is too much, it probably is, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like we don't realize that. We just ask, and we talk out loud when we ask, is something too much, but you've already kind of figured that out.
Right.
And other people, we never know when we're making a bad decision half the time, right? We just make a decision, and it's until we deal with the consequence, or when somebody else can tell us, like, hey, this is probably a bad idea. We don't know that we're doing something bad. We don't know that something we're saying is stupid until somebody gets hurt from it. Something dietary like this is kind of like the same thing to kind of go along with that. We eat so much because we think just fill up your stomach. If your stomach is full, we're good. But it's not. What are you putting in there? What are you putting? What are you populating your stomach with?
Lexi, can you hear me now?
How's it sounding? Sounds like no audio is coming from Eric's mic. Maybe I was just talking too damn much. Let's see.
Check cable, just in case. Check the mic.
Let's check the cables.
Cables are good.
Just low.
Okay.
You
I'll
turn.
I'll try to speak up then, I guess.
Seems like he's
Let's see.
Check. How about now?
How's it sounding now?
Thoughts on lab synthesized meat?
Oh, lab synthesized meat.
That's super controversial.
That in itself doesn't sound like a good idea.
No, I mean, for it has applications for people that don't want to contribute to the consumption of animals, right? Because no animals need to be killed in the process of lab synthesizing meat, but they still love meat, right? And that would be like, no, it's not like spam. It's like a burger or a steak.
It's like the pedophiles. It's like the pedophiles with the sex dolls, right?
Yeah, sort of, right? So someone like me that loved meat.
It sounds like a joke, but I'm serious.
Would be more inclined to try something like that. He said it's still low.
Let's flip it over. Let's try it this way, cause
Check.
how's it sounding now, folks? Sketchy what? Sketchy meat.
Oh, maybe I can hear it directly from this.
Would be more inclined to try something
It's not that low. Yo.
Just flip it over. Just try it this way.
Okay, yeah.
Let's
yours
hear
is
that.
just way louder. All right.
Cool.
All right. I'll try to speak up.
Yeah, let's get some. If anybody has some feedback, go ahead and see how Eric's mic is sounding. Still low. Audio is just coming through the other mic.
Check. Want to share one?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
That'd be a lot easier. Baka, just turn up number 1 quite a bit. Yeah, that might just be a lot easier for some reason. Who knows? The mic should be picking you up, but I don't
How
know.
about now?
Yeah, why not? That'd be a lot easier. Baka, just turn up. See, it's so good to have a cameraman today. Be able to help things out, keep things moving along. That might just be a lot easier for some reason. The mic should be picking you up. How about now?
Loud as okay. It's really loud now. All right,
Okay,
good,
all
good,
right,
good.
So now we can actually like relax
Yeah.
on this thing a little bit. We don't have to be all up in its
Okay.
booty.
Good, good.
So good to have a cameraman today.
Woo!
Be able to help things out, keep things moving Cut the audio on that real quick. It's coming through this thing. But yeah. But so we were on pedophiles.
Pedophilia, yeah. Next
Don't do
subject.
it. No. But you were talking about basically the people that synthesize meat. Those people, the vegans that want synthesized meat, still want to eat meat, though, right? So it goes against the ethics of that. Is that what you're getting
No,
at?
I'm saying it could be good for someone that likes the taste of meat but doesn't want to contribute to
Hurt the
like
animal.
the slaughter or whatever. I don't know if I would try it. It's like I was telling Noah, it's super controversial because some vegans are like, no, it's not. Like some vegans eat what are they called? The non-sentient things from the ocean, not clams.
No. Non-sentient? I don't.
Some vegans eat the animal that doesn't have pain sensors, because
I don't even know which one those would be.
mollusks or whatever.
Oh, like mussels and those kind of
Right,
things.
right.
Okay. Wow, interesting. The really spiky looking ones.
Yeah, so some vegans will eat them because they're not necessarily committing any harm to the animal. I mean, it's not.
What a technicality, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, not urchins.
You're in that family though. You're definitely working that family right now. But what is it? Plantation, coral, urchin. You guys are really smart. You guys are giving some good suggestions, man. Would you guys take
Yeah,
a
it's
marine
clams,
biology
clams.
class? Clams,
Yeah, it's most of those oysters mostly.
Oysters.
There we go.
the horny ones,
Yeah. Oh, the
the aphrodisiac.
libido. Yeah,
Yeah.
the enhancers. Exactly.
I'm sorry, guys. See, Phaeton has all the good stuff. I just have nasty, like, toilet humor to say. So this is the good balance between both of us. Phaeton's the brains. I'm just the empty host. But yes. So oysters, Krabby
Oysters,
Patties.
right?
Some-
Yeah. So
Austin
some
says Krabby
some
Patty.
vegans eat oysters because they're not committing harm to the animal. I don't necessarily like oysters to begin with, but I don't really buy their philosophy either. So I pass on the oysters.
Yeah, no oysters, folks. But I do like me some clams, though. This really interests me because lately I've been eating like such a jerk. I eat fast food all the time.
Right.
I had pizza the other day.
Okay.
I had alcohol right after that.
Hey man, live life, but just know it will be shorter if you.
That's
keep
what I'm
that up.
saying, dude. And my mom is
not
great.
Not to be like apocalyptic, but
No, but it's so true, and my mom is so cool. I'd hate to leave so early, right? That would suck, man.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like I do have to eat proper, But like I said, it's all about taking the first steps, and that's kind of, and for the fourth or fifth time I've said it. That's why I brought Phaeton on today, because it gives me good perspective, and that's what I want. That's what I want on Shut Up, Let's Talk is perspective. Everybody to see some different things. I'm gonna live forever. Sounds good, Juan.
let me get this.
I hope
can
you
read
do.
it
I'll tell
as it
you
comes
that.
through.
What about honey? The bees are cool with it. I mean, I guess the bees are cool with it, right? I mean, there's a. I know the bees are going through a crisis.
Honey is another thing where a lot of vegans will split. No, see, Noel, there's a difference between plants being killed and animals being killed.
So what did Noel say with it? Hold on. But in that respect, plants are also alive, and there's no remorse for killing them when they eat them. So,
I mean, in that remorse, a lot of animals are killed in the process of harvesting plant foods for vegans, right? So when there's a field of corn or a field of wheat or a field of soy, and they go to harvest, they kill probably more mammals in that harvest in the form of fox and mice and things like that than they would in the slaughterhouse killing chickens and cows. So a lot of vegans don't really realize that. But the caveat there, the difference is that they're not being tortured and they don't live their entire life to suffer and to live in this cramped area where they're like beaten and things like that. So it is different. But yes, it is hard to live a completely peaceful way where your actions don't harm those around you.
I mean, dude, we've seen the slaughterhouse videos on Facebook, right? We've seen the chicken coops or whatever.
It's awful. Nobody wants to see that stuff.
Disgusting, dude. And you see the, the little baby chicks just getting thrown into the
like-
grater, sucked in there,
Yeah.
coming out as like red meat. And like we've seen all that kind of stuff, and it's like, and you always see the caption, "This is where chicken nuggets come from."
Right. There are people like that Noel's talking about, though, that they try to on the spectrum, the most peaceful diet would be the fruitarians, that they only eat fruits and nuts, because when you eat something like broccoli, so they think a vegan that eats broccoli is like a violent person because
you're killing the plant.
Because you have to uproot the vegetable when you kill it. But if you eat only fruits and nuts, you're only eating things that fall.
Listen, I have respect for everybody, but that's so bizarre. I love you all, but that's weird.
It's pretty kooky.
Yeah, but it's too much.
Yeah.
Baca claims it's too much.
I believe Steve Jobs was actually in that ideology.
I didn't know this, but Pythagoras was a vegan.
Probably, I don't know.
There's
a long list of
Wikipedia. Pythagoras, the mathematician. Yes.
But yeah, Steve Jobs, and it's why the Apple logo is an apple, because he was like a hardcore fruitarian, and lived that sort of lifestyle with only eating fruits and nuts.
So do that and you'll be a billionaire just like him, guys. That's what everybody wants to believe, right? If I do anything he does, I'll be just like
Baca's
him.
like, yeah, I'm down. Now we're back to 20.
That shit is brutal. Super sad.
Back to 20.
Oh, how about the fucking dart gun? How about that fucking dart gun?
Dude, that shit is gnarly. It looks like the break. You seen it?
No. What are we talking about? A dart gun?
The thing that kills the cows, and it's like a boom, and then the cow just like drops dead sometimes.
Oh man, what is
But sometimes it doesn't, and it's like.
It's like a crazy jolt of electricity that just knocks it out.
Right.
That's intense, dude. What are they trying to make it like more humane, so where you don't have to like, axe them in the head or something?
Go watch those videos, man. I've seen my.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, they would kill them like any other animal. It's just the.
Because I mean, in the cartoons back in the day, in Tom and Jerry, we just see like a butcher just draw X on a cow's head, right?
Yeah.
And he just has a sledgehammer in his hand, and next thing you know, it fades to black, right?
It's pressurized air, so yeah, it's like a. It's
pressurized
like
air.
It's like a force to the head. Yeah, a blow.
Yeah,
it's the strongest BB gun ever.
It's an instant concussion forever. Right?
Holy shit! It's the everlasting concussion, the forever sleep.
No country for old men, and no country for old cow. Fuck.
I mean, we're not trying to make light of the torture of animals or anything, even though we are. But it's sad, but it's comical that people go through such lengths and such like inhumane practices to just be able to get a meal out of something, When we've been talking to Faith in this, for the last hour and a half or however long it's been, there are alternative ways to get that nutrition.
Wow. Yeah,
time is definitely gone.
Flying by, yeah.
I mean,
it's been a great episode, guys. Like, it has been.
Guys, I hope you've had a great episode.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Moving on, dude. Like, it's great, and you guys have a lot of comments flying in. And
thank you, man. Well, I mean, I hope you guys have enjoyed the show so far. It's been a great episode, man. Let's see, but Steve Jobs died despite that his doctors said that his diet falling wasn't enough.
That's right. Steve Jobs was he refused modern medicine in his last years of life, and because of that, it
caught up to
it limited his life. Yeah, right. I wasn't posting up Steve Jobs as like the
poster
the poster boy for health. No, not at all. But definitely a good guy for bringing us the wonderful iPhone, things like that, iPod.
Yeah, he did bring us the iPod, man. That saved their whole company. They were about to be underwater.
Right.
Until that fucking thing came out, and then we never bought a CD ever again, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But whatever. Go have fun downloading your MP3s, kids. Yeah. Well, anyway, you know what? So real quick, we talked a lot about the food. We got a lot of that stuff out of the way. I'm gonna ask you a quick question about some exercise because we didn't cover that at all. And I'm gonna ask some quick questions about exercise, and then we'll kind of sort of wrap it up in a little bit. But exercise now, along with his diet. Now there's a widely known statistic that losing weight is 80% diet, 20% working out. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I would say maybe it's even more diet. Might be like in the 90s of percent diet.
So take notes, people. What the hell?
Yeah, you cannot exercise a bad diet, right? And I mean, and if you are doing it, you are you know, severely genetically inclined to do that. It may or may not catch up to you, but most likely will, right? You cannot out exercise a bad diet, but the diet is where everything is made. The diet's where your physique comes from, I would say, for most people, and the vast majority of the results are from the diet.
That's good to
right? A
know.
lot of people can have like a sort of athletic, even like ripped look without ever going to gym at all because of their diet, especially on a ketogenic diet where they're eating the, you know, their body's eating on its own fat all
Yeah,
day.
it's naturally burning your own fat.
Right. Yeah.
I gotta get on that. That sounds like good. I need to burn all my fucking fat. I got too much, man.
We
I got fat hanging, man.
We all have enough to
I got fat in my closet right
lose.
over here, just waiting for next week, right?
Yeah.
No, I got to. You know, I need to get on it, man. You know, and that's why it's exciting. You know, and I don't want comments on my fucking newsfeed like, did you lose that weight yet, bro?
Oh no! Now you're scarred
I'm
yourself,
stuck, right?
man. Now you have to.
Hey, man, you know what? If it's worth it,
Don't
man.
worry. I'm gonna help you out with this crazy before and after picture. We're gonna take a picture of you now, and that's gonna be the after picture. And then we're gonna feed you bags and bags of chips and soda, so you get all bloated, and that's gonna be the before picture.
I'd have done that.
And
This
you'll be
weekend
like,
anyway.
look what I did.
Dude, the other day I ate the other day
And everyone's gonna be like, damn, Alizar, you did it.
the other day I ate.
You could sell Herbalife like that.
The other day I ate 2 wraps from Wendy's, and then I ate a slice of pizza, and had like 3 drinks,
Oh man.
and that was Tuesday, I think, or that was yesterday. You know, so it's like, you know, I need to make a U-turn on that, guys. I need to make a U-turn. You know,
I would say.
it's too much. You know what I mean? So I need to break out of it because yeah, dude, it's like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I need a colada to wake myself up, and I'm like, dude, I'm like 26. I don't need to rely on coffee to have energy. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like how have I tricked myself into thinking that caffeine would be so much better for me than 8 hours of sleep?
Right.
Here I am thinking of caffeine to wake me up in the morning.
Exactly.
Already.
And that's
Already.
exactly, and that's the whole thing. It's like, you know, I realize I'm sleeping 4 hours.
Yo, Andrew.
Andrew B. Good people in the crowd tonight, man. Thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for watching the whole time. Like, what are you guys watching on your computers, on your phones? What are you guys watching on? Because I'm surprised none of them are dead by now. Do you guys plug them in? That's awesome. My phone died
Yeah,
like
right,
20 minutes in.
They're glued to the outlet.
I love it, dude. And thank you so much for doing that, by the way. Like, it's really rad to me that people actually, you know, tune in and hang out. It's a good, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm not used to it. But anyway, man. So exercise. What's a good workout routine to get started? You know, I know that's kind of a funny question, but what's a good way? You know, first week somebody starting off. What's a good way to get into that? What's a good calisthenics? What do you do?
Again, generally, like, exercise and diet is super subjective. So what works for one person is never gonna work for all people, and I always want to emphasize that, because the same thing when I say, oh, get on a ketogenic diet, or, you know, if you have type 1 diabetes, you really can't, because you might die from
Freak
it.
out.
But if you don't, and if you have type 2 diabetes, it could save your life. Same thing, like, I'm not going to tell someone who lives in rural China, oh, you have to be a vegan, or you know, like someone who lives in like Cuba, you know, one of the poorest countries in the world, they do rely a lot on pork products. So if I said, oh, you have to be a vegan in Cuba, right? Like, who?
I gotta fucking
how,
eat, dude.
how privileged can someone be to tell someone in like the third world how they should eat?
Exactly.
Right? And that's why I've never been a preachy vegan, and recently when I have turned into like the ethical political vegan, I still don't like telling people what to do, because that's just, you know, the way I've always been.
Yeah, who wants to be told what to do? You can only give people ideas.
Right. So what I try to do, which is, like, you know, taking pictures of food looking good, is showing people, look, you can eat good food and still be vegan. We don't only eat like grass and seeds and things like that. And you can still be a like you know,
Shredded.
you can still be a big strong dude or a tough guy and have compassion for animals and just eat plants, things like that. And that's basically the whole concept of where I'm coming from with this stuff. It's to sort of turn stuff on its head. To be, you know, there's a big keto community, there's a big vegan community, but there's not much crossover with the two. And, you know, being envious of one and trying to form them together was difficult at first, but now it's not.
Damn, dude.
So back to like working out, right?
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I've always been a big fan of lifting weights, because it has a vast amount of
Burn Burns more, right?
It's better. It's better. It's better for most people. Like a lot of people like to run and jog and things like that. And I would say that if you like doing that, then do it. But if for most goals that people have, jogging is going to be either inefficient or ineffective, or there's just going to be something that's better.
Because you're more burning fat than building muscle, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, it's besides that it's less effective than like doing other things. Like I like sprinting. I think that sprinting would be effective for most people's weight loss goals, or but definitely lifting weights, because lifting weights, adds to bone density. It increases your muscle mass, right? All that adds to longevity, right? If a person who has more muscle is going to be a bigger tell of them living a longer life, because when other things break down, the muscle is going to...
Takes more to get in there.
Right, exactly. So, but a lot of people like to jog, and a lot of people like to do cardiovascular exercise. I've never been a fan of it, and the science over the past 30 or so years has turned on its head and is backed up what I do. And to add to, I don't like doing it because I don't think it's effective. It's also like monotonous, boring, and shitty, right? Like who likes to go run and sweat and like hurt their knees and things like that?
I hate being on a treadmill.
Sucks.
Makes me feel like a lab rat, dude.
Yeah, it's just boring and garbage, right?
It is, man. Like just looking at Dr. Phil on the TV screen while you're on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck.
So if I was gonna tell someone that wanted to get into shape or that wanted to lose fat, I would tell them to lift weights, and I would tell them to work on movements or exercises that emphasize a lot of muscles in the body, like the deadlifts, like the squats, like the pull-ups, things like that for different parts of the body. Any kind of exercise that needs to recruit a lot of muscles, because again, the body's really smart, right?
Yeah.
And anytime you're doing these movements, it's the same thing when you're eating. Like for example, when you're deadlifting hundreds of pounds, your body goes into a sort of panic mode, like it
all or nothing.
It thinks it's a flight or fight response, and what it needs to do to be able to evolve for it to continue doing that is to recruit more muscles and grow more muscles for you to be able to do that.
Exactly.
But if you're just jogging, I mean, sure, it'll be better for your heart, but you're hurting yourself a lot too, your joints, things like that, than
a lot of impact on
helping.
your knees, right?
Right.
And this stuff sounds like common sense, but it's not until somebody vocalizes it that you kind of sit back and listen to it and think, "Damn, it all makes sense."
Yeah, you gotta look. I mean, if you look at a sprinter, they have an impressive physique. They look strong. They have a lot of they use a lot of muscle. They have fast twitch fibers in their legs, things like that. But if you look at a jogger, like someone who runs cross country, for example, they don't look so great. They look kind of like saggy and thin.
Yeah.
Not you wouldn't even know that they were an athlete.
Yeah, exactly.
But
the physique is very different. You're right.
Right. Yeah.
Shaped differently.
Yeah.
Stop drinking soda for 2 years. It's better eating sugar than drinking it. Yeah.
You have a question a little above that. Can and does drinking coffee affect your diet?
So does coffee affect your diet?
Lexi, do you mean like my diet in specific, or do you mean like people specifically? Like caffeine, I personally, I don't drink too much coffee. I do drink coffee once in a while, but I'm not a big coffee drinker. I don't see too much of a negative effect from it. There's a lot of studies that say caffeine's on my diet specifically. Okay, no, I mean it goes fine. A lot of people do the bulletproof coffee, which is like
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan loves the bulletproof coffee. A lot of people in the keto circle love the bulletproof coffee, which is coffee is mixing a stimulant with a lipid. So they're using coffee or tea, right? They use matcha or green tea if they're not trying to get so much.
Good though.
Yeah, the matcha's so good for you. Oof. Yeah, the caffeine content is a little bit less so than coffee beans, right? Oh, they just said today that 7-Eleven of all the fast food coffee places has the highest caffeine content. So
no way, no wonder.
Not Starbucks, not Dunkin', but 7-Eleven has the highest caffeine if that's your thing.
I used to work graveyard shift.
As a side note,
I used to work graveyard shift. My break was at 3 a.m, and I'd get coffee from 7-Eleven. I'd be up all night, so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I had to be up by 9, 10 in the morning, so yeah, definitely worked.
So yeah, back to, a lot of people do the bulletproof coffee, which is mixing a stimulant, which is the caffeine, with a lipid. So they'll either put pure grass-fed butter or like coconut oil or something like that.
And lipids are fats, right?
Yeah, lipid is a fat. So something that has no insulin response whatsoever like a pure fat like that oil, and we'll talk about that, the glycemic index in 1 second, is mixed with a stimulant, and that will keep you full for a really, really long time. And I've tried it. I've done the bulletproof coffee once in a while, and it, you know, I could drink it at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I won't feel hungry until 3 in the afternoon. It's really effective.
Awesome.
I'm not the biggest fan of using stimulants. I will delve into a coffee or a energy drink once in a while.
Yeah.
But I like to stay away from it to be able to gauge my own energy.
Yeah, totally.
But I'm not saying it's bad for you. I don't think I'm not convinced that it's bad for me or for anyone to engage in that. But I don't want to be addicted to caffeine
or dependent.
Yeah, I don't want to be super dependent on it. I do eat a lot of dark chocolate, which does have a lot of caffeine content. Yeah. But I think it's better you get a lot of more nutrients than you do with the coffee beans.
It's like in the dark chocolate, is that more like like the caffeine content may be high, but I guess it's nothing compared to like a colada full of sugar, you know?
No, exactly. Yeah, you're ruining the coffee when you make it like that Cuban style.
Exactly, and it's and even though it's so good and it's so effective, it's you know, like I drink one a day, and I think about it and I think about myself, and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? You know, like it, and you'll feel like your soul wants to jump out of your mouth.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you know, because you feel you and it's a good addictive feeling, but it's not. You know, it's a bad one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I don't want to be so dependent on anything like that.
It's a guilty pleasure, if I could call it anything, you know. But yeah, I mean, I think, you know, Joe Rogan has been an advocate for like at least a cup of coffee a day. Like, you can have a cup.
Yeah. Joe Rogan's an advocate of a lot of things. I like Joe Rogan.
He's a great dude, man, and he's not my inspiration for podcasts, but ever since I got into his, I'm like, damn, he's doing it well.
Yeah, he's a really good interviewer. He's incredible. He's quick.
What I like about him is that he wants to learn along with the people, which is kind of what I want to do too. Like I want to learn. I like getting people's perspective, and that's what I liked about his show the most.
Yeah.
But so, where are we at right now? What's happening up here? So, but honey only
we're at 29 people watching now.
Awesome, man.
We were at 33 just
really?
like 3 seconds.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, guys. It's really, you know what? Right now it's late at night. Everybody's in bed, I guess.
That's crazy.
And they could finally. And remember when I told you?
I'm glad they're like on their phone, like, oh, let's watch this.
You remember because I told you, like, at a certain time, people are still getting dinner. They're still doing all this kind of stuff. There's a certain time of the night where people get in bed.
I was super late, man.
Right now, this would be like when I'm laying down, kind of.
Yeah,
down.
and I think we just reached that little peak period where people are actually just in bed or you know,
Miami
on the way somewhere. Yeah.
This is just the afternoon for Miami.
It is the afternoon for Miami, but you know it's.
You say parties at 9, they show up at 11, 12.
Oh, you got
Miami time works in a 2-hour gap. All right, so don't expect anybody there within a 2-hour gap of when you told them to show up. All right, and you know what, but. Yeah, you know what? Even with our little delay and stuff, it's been an amazing episode so far, man. Definitely the best one so far. So, man, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that,
dude. And honestly, you know what? We should wrap it up soon because I know if we do a podcast over 2 hours, Facebook is not going to save it.
Okay.
So, or something like that, or we'll figure it out.
It's at 2.5 now.
We'll figure it out.
That's YouTube, no? Okay. Well,
yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll be all right.
All right, so guys, shoot in the questions. We'll cover just a couple more topics here.
Yeah.
And I'll try to answer as much as. Or comment on as much as you say in the next few minutes. We're wrapping it up.
Exactly. So
rapid fire.
Any questions you got for Faden? Go through them.
Boom. I got you with the questions. What's your next
goal?
goal?
What's Faden, what is your next goal? What is your next thing that you want to achieve with your keto/vegan diet? Like what's or are you comfortable right now? Where are you at?
My next goal, just with the diet or with life in general and everything?
Baka, what's your question? This is Baka's question.
This is Crystal's question. And
Crystal's question.
It's about your diet in general.
I'm trying to get back to my 5% body fat, which I hit a couple months ago, and then I raised back a little higher. I'm trying to get back to that.
5%.
Yeah, maybe in the 5 to 10% range, but I'm trying to get back. I mean, ideally, I want to get back down to 3%.
Woo!
Which I got to one time in my life, and that's really lean. That's like as lean as you can get, pretty much.
It's intense, dude.
So that's my goal right now. I'm trying to go hardcore, full throttle ahead with the keto, and see if I can get to.
You know what? I'm gonna add to that.
Single digits body fat percentage.
I'm gonna add to that. What's your goal with spreading information to people? Is there? So you mentioned a book. You mentioned writing a book. What's that all about? Did you ever plan on doing a video series? Did you plan on writing a book? Because I know that you want to get this information out. What's the best way that you think you'll do it? You know,
I've always seen myself as someone to stand up on a podium, someone to try to be an orator for something that I believe in.
Yes.
Whether it was like, libertarianism in the past and still to some extent.
Heavily
right?
political guy. We didn't bring it up today, but very political.
Yeah, we didn't. Everybody's waiting for me to say taxation is theft.
Which you just did.
On the thing.
It's already been said.
Which it definitely is.
Have I ever considered or tried sensory deprivation, aka float tank? I've tried it, but I want to hear your opinion on it. Let's get to that in a second.
I'll get to that in a
I do
second,
want to talk about that. Yeah. So
yeah, I see myself as a teacher and a student. Like I mentioned before, I'm more sure of what I believe in now than I have been in the past, as I think everyone always is. But if I'm wrong, I want to know ASAP so I can stop being wrong, right?
feels good to learn.
As it goes with the the ketogenic diet and the ketoned vegan, this Instagram, right? I built up the pictures on my personal Instagram and personal Facebook for a while, and I got like this alarmingly good response that I didn't expect. Because I had been cooking for myself for a long time, right? But when I became a vegetarian, I still live with my mom. She didn't really take it that well.
Yeah.
And I was a lot lazier back then. I would eat way less foods that I had to make. I would eat a lot of cereal, a lot of sandwiches, a lot of stuff that was super easy.
Yeah.
And that breaking point, again, and I don't call myself a chef, right? That takes years and years of expertise. I'm just a cook. I'm just putting stuff together. I'm trying to be creative. It took for me to gain more patience, right? Because when I'm just slapping together food, because I'm always in this frenzy, because I'm starving and I want to eat it right away, you don't really care what it looks like. You don't really care what it tastes like. Even sometimes you just want to like fill your stomach and get your brain to tell you, okay, you had enough. But now I guess it came with growing up or being a little bit older. I started using it as a form of expression, and then people really liked it, and it was sort of surprising to me, and I was like, wow, maybe I should turn this into a thing.
Yes.
And that's when I made the little Instagram, and all of these past couple of months where I've been working on that, it's been sort of like testing the waters, like, oh, what can I do with this? But a book is in the works.
Nice.
I have been working on it. I want to self-publish on Amazon, and it's going to talk about ketogenic diet mixed with vegan ethics, because like I said before, there's only one book as far as I know on on Amazon about that, and I bought it and it was garbage. So I plan to take that #1 spot eventually.
So be on the lookout for that, folks. That's actually a really cool thing to look forward to.
The YouTube channel is another thing that we're gonna be going for.
Yes.
We can collab on some stuff, hopefully. And
anything you need, man, you let me know, dude. I'll be right there, man.
But yeah, it's fun to have like a second sort of internet personality, right? Like that. A bunch of people on the Ketoned Vegan Instagram thought I was a girl, I'm pretty sure. And yesterday or whatever it was that I put up the picture advertising this, nobody knew who I was, right? Like some people did who had me on the other one already, and they recognized the food. But a lot of people that I got from like just different food circles had no idea who it was. And they even messaged me like, oh, wow, like I thought you were a girl, or like, or I didn't expect you to look like that.
Because you like to cook and only girls like to do that,
whatever.
Right?
Yeah. Like,
like,
only girls can bake, or, whatever that's supposed to mean.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
It's a good Instagram though, man. Like there's a lot, and I see the growth happening, and it's exciting for people because they see, the start of anything interesting is to have a community that watches you grow along with you.
Right.
That grows with you is what I'm trying to say, and that's I think you snagged onto something really good, man. I think you should definitely stick to it because you do have a lot of knowledge. A lot of people obviously are in the chat tonight, and everybody's really interested, and that's what I'm finding, and. With the show, even with my show, like what I want to cover is stuff like this, stuff that people actually find interesting.
Right.
I can only talk about the '90s so much. I mean, how many times am I going to bring up Three Ninjas Kickback? It's a great.
We should have talked about some of the '90s today.
Yeah, but you know what? One thing I'll say about the '90s is that nobody cared what you ate.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's one thing I'll say about the '90s. Nobody cared what you ate. You know what? A lot of your parents just bought you Happy Meals just to shut you up in the back seat.
Right.
And that was a big thing, man. So in the '90s, a lot of people parents were bringing on those Planet. What is it? Planet something like all the bags of chips, the small bags of chips you'd get. Planet Wave.
Oh, the thing that soccer moms would take after.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like a 50 pack or something.
Yeah, with the classic
packet of little
Lay's
chips.
and then the Fritos.
Yeah, Doritos.
And one of the flavors was really bad.
You had the
Yeah.
orange, you had the Frito Lays, and then you had like
Fritos, yeah.
You had like some barbecue.
Yeah. You know, and this '90s was just all about, you know, like Hot Pockets and all these things were coming in, and microwavable pizzas,
Yeah. Gushers.
Gushers, fruit roll-ups.
I had
it was
Gushers the
really,
other day.
but you know what? It was all about that cartoon thing. Cartoons were a lot bigger in the '90s than they are today.
Right.
And along with cartoons goes kids. Along with kids goes sugar.
Yeah.
And it was
Unfortunately.
it's the same. It's, you know, to kind of bring it full circle, I guess, in a way, or harken back rather. They attack the kids the most, which is the sad thing.
Yeah.
You know, because they know they try to plant the seed early.
Right.
You know, and then have these kids growing up, and then, you know, when these kids have, like for me, you know, growing up, I ate a lot of candy growing up. A lot of candy, gummy bears, you know, Bubblicious, bubble gum, all that kind of stuff, the good stuff, you know. And growing up, eventually when I got into my teens, it turned into like fast food, you know, and then that fast food turns into just getting pizza in your 20s, and these diet things, it's all stages and steps, and the portions get bigger, and then the food gets greasier.
Right. Yeah, man. And this is basically the
cycle.
The inspiration to me getting into this. Like I said, yeah, I have like some entrepreneurial aspects of it that you know, fire me up. That you know, maybe I'll write a book and it'll sell out, or you know, maybe my YouTube channel will be monetized and things like that. But really, what sparked me was like, I see these people, and I saw, you know, I feel for them because I was like that. You know, I never suffered from like any like crazy weight problems. Not to say that I don't have like my own weird like body issues,
Things, yeah.
right? But that people are being misled and eating the wrong things and making themselves sick, and everyone seems, you know, either with their, you know, with their a chicken with their head cut off, like we don't know what to do about it, this obesity and diabetes epidemic. And I stumbled upon some people that do know what to do about it, and I feel like I'm like a keto evangelist. I need to like spread the message, like
now I need to let other
you
people
guys
know.
need to get your insulin under control, and let's get this thing going. And it's the same thing like I was talking about before that I've done with libertarianism or with veganism or straight edge or any of the other like sort of ideas that I follow. That I want more people to be like me, so I'll stand up and talk about it, and people are interested in it, and I'll talk about it. And then people say, yeah, that Faden dude is doing this or that, so I want to do it too, or whatever. Or it seemed to work out okay for him.
Because you make it seem attainable.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the big thing, and that's what I'm trying to get to people, is that a lot of people make it seem impossible.
Right.
You know, they show you a before and after, and it's like 36 weeks I turned into this, and it's like, how am I gonna do that? Like, people just they defeat themselves automatically.
Right.
You know, you make it seem like just start. You know.
Well, thank you. I try, yeah.
And that's important though, you know, because a lot of people can't do that. And I try to do the same thing with music. You know, like a lot of people think music is really difficult to do, and then once you show them, like, you know, music is only letters A through G.
Right.
And it repeats again. It's those 7 letters.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like another language, man. Like
it
to play a keys or strings instrument, something like that.
Yeah.
Right. Like
I play by ear, so I don't know the notes, but the concept is not hard for people to get. You know, and that's the whole thing. It's really about spreading the message that it's not that hard.
Right.
That's the big thing, you know, because that's what defeats most people.
Mm-hmm.
They think they can't do it. They think it's impossible.
So
they think you need to spend $1 million at Whole Foods, like we talked about, you know.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't have to be like that.
No, whole paycheck, yeah.
Yeah, whole check, baby. Man, it's been what an episode, dude.
Yep.
Christ Almighty, man! Thank you so much for showing up, brother.
All right.
Man, I think, you know what? As much as I don't want to call it, we got to save this for another episode, man.
Okay, invite me on again and down the line.
You have to, man. It's been too good of an episode.
There's a lot of things we didn't talk about, so I'm sure we could talk a lot of shit.
And that's
about
what I'm trying to
something
get
else.
at. Like, I as much as I want people to look back at a 3-hour podcast, you know, it's just that's a lot.
Right, I
it's a
can't
lot to
believe
take
it's
in.
been that long, man.
Me neither, dude. And it's like I said, it's been so much fun, man. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you to Baca for being my cameraman today, helping us out, getting all the sounds and everything set up.
Thank you guys for checking in.
Thank all of you.
Alazar
Seriously.
for having me.
Anytime, brother. Thank you so much, man. KetonedVegan, guys. If you guys want to follow Faden, where can they follow you at, man?
All right, so on Facebook, it's Eric Faden. Spell it, you know, whatever.
Faden.
On Instagram, it's at Eric Faden, and on the as we hugged, all the hearts flew across.
Oh, thank you.
And on Instagram, it's at KetonedVegan. That's spelled KetonedVegan. All right. And
Yeah.
I'm happy to answer any questions that I wasn't able to delve into, or you know, learn more from you guys and things like that.
Definitely, man. I mean, it's been, like I said, it's a good experience, man. Thanks so much for being on,
Right.
and you know, all the comments and stuff. Thank you so much for everybody in the comment section today. That's it's an incredible turnout, dude. So thank you so much for everything. And what else? Thank you everybody that was watching on YouTube. Also, we didn't get to pay too much attention to the YouTube chat, but thank you for everybody that joined in there. And until next time, folks, we will catch you on the flip side, guys. Episode 17 of Shut Up, Let's Talk with Eric Faden. If you guys want to follow me, it's at Alzar Chand. If you guys want to follow the show, it's _ Shut Up Let's Talk on Twitter and Shut Up Let's Talk everywhere. Feel free to check that out. Until next time, love, peace, chicken grease. We'll catch you peeps on the other side. Eat right.
That's right.
Yeah, eat right. That's right.
Good night.
Good night. Let me turn this thing off. We're still live, but we're gonna trickle it out. We're gonna trickle it out, guys. We're gonna play ourselves out. Where's the mouse at? Let me turn this fucking thing off. What a time.